Good afternoon, everyone. You are welcome to today's live conversation with me, Gloria Elijah. My name is Gloria Elijah, and this is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. Call myself the girl with the T. Super excited that we're doing this today. How have you all been? How have you all been? I hope you guys are well. I'm even more excited that we're starting at the exact time we set out to begin today's community gathering. Yes. So I'm excited to see you all today, to even speak with all of you today. For every single one of you that were already waiting at the door of today's live, thank you so much. God bless all of you. I just came on here and I saw all your comments, and I'm like, wow, okay. Today's conversation is going to be quite hectic because I can see that a lot of you are bursting with with things you want to share. And of course, we're going to do all of that today. I've been putting out videos all week on my YouTube channel about the show as usual. And the plan is to listen to you all speak today. I want to listen to all of you today. You've been listening to me talk all week, so it's my turn to listen to all of you share your thoughts, your opinions, your perspectives today. So I'm super excited. I am seeing all of your lovely, lovely comments. Thank you all so much. You guys are so sweet, especially on YouTube. Wherever you're joining from, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, wherever you're joining from, you are especially welcome. Whichever location you're joining from, you are especially welcome. You all are my VVIPs for today, as usual. Thank you all so much. All right. Okay, now the pleasantries are out of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, the business of today is deep. We're diving into the highlights of the week two of the show, the Big Brother Naija No Lose Guard season slash Big Brother Naija season 9. A lot happened this week. Okay, maybe not a lot. Let's say the week started off a bit slow, and then before we knew it, boom, the drama just went from 0 to 100. And yeah, it's just been interesting, trying to keep up with all of that drama. Now, worthy of mention is Chinwe. Ladies and gentlemen, I think Chinwe deserves some accolades, quite frankly. I mean, regardless of our sentiments towards whatever she displayed this past few days, but I honestly think Chinwe deserves some accolades. Yes, even Chinne of the Ndi Nne pair, I think these people, they actually deserve some accolades because at some point I was kind of getting scared for the show because this week people were just really complaining on social media that the show is boring, the show is boring, boring, boring. And I'm like, yeah, hey, how do I explain to people now that the show is not really boring as they think? Okay, maybe they just need some bass, to shake things up a bit in the house and let people know that okay, oh, things are actually happening, oh, and then boom, as if Chinwe and the Chinne of the other one, as if we actually communicated via telepathy or however, but they just got into character and they started dishing and dishing and dishing. And I must confess, their slight dose of toxicity kind of gave life to the show this past few days. I mean, if we're being honest with ourselves, regardless of how we interpreted the whole situation that they created, right? Kind of gave life to the show. And I appreciate them for it because it is not easy. It takes a very brave person to put themselves out there to create such toxicity, right? To a level that it triggers a whole viewing audience, that everybody will have an opinion about them, just because they want to, build their longevity in the game. So I really must give it to them. And I'm doing this because by the time I begin to analyze this thing, to look as if I have issues with these people, but we have to give them their flowers. They did great. So standing ovation for the drama queens of the week. They are really the highlights of this week. Yes. Now, beginning from Sunday, the Sunday live eviction show. I don't know if I should say Big Brother or production created a problem for most of the viewers. Now, personally, I do not have any issues with it, but a lot of people were quite, dissatisfied with how the eviction went. Now, I discovered that it wasn't really about the people or the pair rather that got evicted, but rather the process with which they got evicted, which is quite understandable. People were not happy with the fact that housemates had the overall power to nominate in the diary room after voters and viewers that voted have voted, right? And their housemates now got the power to finally, get the final say. People were not really satisfied. People were quite offended. And I understand why they're offended, because I guess they probably analyzed the whole situation, and they've come to see that if this particular process pans out all through the rest of the season, probably before the finals, then their fave might not stand a chance of surviving in the game. It could go two ways, right? If people vote hard, then their fave might continue to top the charts and not fall into the bottom four. But if people do not really take voting seriously, then it only means eviction for their fave. So a lot of people were quite worried. And as much as I understand, to be very honest, I kind of like it. Yeah, I kind of like it, because this is what we were actually hoping for, that this season comes with a twist, not just one, but many, multiple twists. That this season comes with a different style to the voting system, because as much as people want the viewers to possess that sole autonomy of, eliminating whoever they do not want to see in the house or whoever they want to keep in the game, there's also the part where certain housemates fall victim to the lack of, that massive fan base that certain housemates, normally have that advantage of. So it sometimes becomes a situation of housemates that are actually delivering in the show. They tend to go home early. And then sometimes housemates that are not really delivering, you find out that they stay through to the finals, and then you're wondering, like, what's going on? Who is keeping them in the house? And then you will now find out after the show, or maybe towards the end of the show, that there is a silent community of persons that just like seeing this person's face, or for just very interesting, peculiar reasons. They just love seeing certain people in the house, and so they continuously pumping votes for those people. Yeah. So I had always wanted to see something different, and I'm glad that the voting system has changed. And I want to see how it would hold, if really the power of the housemates will really alter the course and the predictability of this season of the show, because I am actually hoping that that's exactly what happens. I feel like the Big Brother Naija show has become painfully predictable, painfully predictable, So this season, I'm really looking forward to seeing how it pans out. Anyways, question to all of you. Which preference do you lean towards? Do you like this new voting system or this new eviction process or not? Or do you want the old one to come back? Which one do you prefer? Let me know in the comment section, or as usual, when I'm done talking, I will share the link to the comment section. For those of you on YouTube, you can click on the link, join to share your opinion. For those of you on Twitter or the X app, you can send in your requests to speak. All right. Now, moving on to the Ndi Nne situation that happened this week. Ladies and gentlemen, I did a video about it, and guys, I still can't get over how Chinne handled conversations with her niece this week. That whole anti business, anti business, anti business, anti business. I mean, it became quite hectic. Now, it's normal for siblings or relatives or friends or even lovers too to have disagreements. It is normal. It's not like there's anything new there, right? I mean, there's no perfect friendship. There's no perfect relationship. People would always have disagreements, and the beauty in such relationships is how, at the end of the day, they trash out their differences and they reconcile, right? So it wasn't really alien to me watching those two having their differences. But what was really alien to me were the utterances of Chinne, that's the auntie. It was her utterances. It sounded like it came from a place of jealousy, envy. It sounded like it came from a place of, I don't know, I don't want to call it inferiority complex. I don't want to call it that, because that woman in that house does not seem like someone that has inferiority complex. She's very vocal. She's very, very vocal, very opinionated as well, and quite assertive. So I don't really know where to place her. I can't say she has inferiority complex, but it seems as though whenever it comes to conversations with her niece, especially this week that they both bagged the title of heads of house, it's like there's this need, there's this thing in her head that needs her to, suppress Nne, the niece, in a way, put her in her place. Let her know that she's the small one, the small girl, just according to her own words. Let her know that she's the small girl here. Let her know that she's the older one. Let her know that, listen, you're still a child. Even though you bagged a first-class degree in school, you are still a small girl. See, that part of constantly reminding the girl that, listen, even though you have first class from school, it does not mean that you know everything. That is the part I have an issue with. Now, for the sake of the game, right, a part of me is telling me that, well, they had to think, or she had to think of the most extreme situations or the most extreme things to say to trigger people, to get people talking. And she kind of succeeded in that, right? But I'm not really sure. Because remember, we've said that when it comes to this Big Brother show, because of the competitive nature of the show, housemates tend to play very, very crazy games where they have to amplify everything, ranging from their emotions to conversations. There's a lot of exaggerations, right? So sometimes you can't really tell if this thing is actually genuine from their heart of the heart. Like sometimes certain housemates open their mouth and say things, and you'll be like, oh my God, don't you realize you're actually on live TV and there are millions of people actually watching you? Don't you care for your reputation? You know? So the way her utterances, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned before, it just sounds like it reeks of envy. Let's just put it simply. It reeks of envy. It reeks of the need to suppress one's intellectual capacity. It reeks of the need to, push for the power play. I think ageism is also involved there, if we're being very honest. Ageism is also involved there. Some people think that when you talk about ageism, it's only when the younger people shame the older people for their age. But in this Ndi Nne conversation, you sense that the auntie tends to play into that stereotype a lot. Oh, you are still a small girl. You are still a small girl. Forget the fact that you are tall. Oh, you're taller than. I don't understand. Is it a crime for the niece to be that tall? So I'm quite divided as to if she was just being strategic with that drama that she created, because this is someone that said she had been auditioning for the show for over 8 years. She's been auditioning for the show for over 8 years. And now that she's in the house, she had to bring along her niece. So it got me wondering, why did she come with Nne in particular? Now, she has mentioned several times that she has someone she's dating on the outside, right? So it got me wondering that, okay, why did you come with your partner, your lover or your boyfriend or whoever? Why did you come with that person? Why did you come with your friend? Surely, I don't want to believe that Nne is Chinne's best friend on the outside. I don't want to believe that. So I've been wondering, why didn't she come with someone that's on the same level as her? And by the same level, I mean, similar age gap, similar type of personality, because she has a very, very feisty personality. She's quick-tempered. She speaks loosely sometimes. In other words, she has an unbridled tongue. So why didn't she come with someone that can match up to her energy like that? You give me fire, I give you fire back. or you give me fire, I use my water to quench your fire, which is more like what Nne is doing. Because Nne is literally showering her with patience, with restraint, with respect, with love and humility, which is quite commendable because it is not everybody that has such capacity to dish out all of those things in Big Brother's house, in a confined space. Some people will run crazy. Some people will go crazy. There are pairs in that house that have had disagreements and it did not really go particularly peaceful, you know? So it made me wonder, why did she come to the show with Nne? Is it that she had to look for someone that she can actually, order around, have under her thumb? Or maybe because of the way Nne was brought up, because if you study Nne's character, personality in the house, you can tell that this person has proper home training. This person is very humble. And of course, she's quite young, 22, right? I mean, according to Nigerian standard, a 22-year-old person, that when you say 22-year-old, you just know, she's quite young, regardless of the fact that she's quite smart, intelligent, very, very proactive, very hardworking as well. There's a way she carries herself in the house. Okay, this one she's still a baby in a way, but that does not make her immature. She's very mature. She's very emotionally intelligent, which once again is quite commendable. Very, very, So it made me wonder, why did she come with Nne? She probably felt that this girl, she fears me at home, she respects me a lot. So let me bring her to the house because she understands that I am quick to anger. I have a very hot, because sometimes she says that when she's getting upset, I'm easily triggered. That I am very hot tempered and you just be making me talk. So you brought along somebody that that when you go crazy and you expect her to, pipe down and tell you sorry for something that you did wrong. So when I look at that relationship dynamic between those two ladies, relatives, I see a lot of gaslighting, emotional blackmail, envy from Chinne's part. And still makes me wonder, is this just a game? Is she just doing all of these things, to create content? Or is this how she is really? That's a question for all of you guys. I would love to hear your thoughts about the dynamics between those two people, all right? And of course, your thoughts about them. And yeah, moving on to Victoria. Ladies and gentlemen, I did a video this week, talked about Victoria and her struggles in the house. And I asked several questions that for someone who is a travel agent, for one that has actually, in fact, someone that's well traveled, right? One would expect that having had that opportunity to meet a lot of people, having had that opportunity to experience different cultures, different ways of life. I mean, I'm putting it that way now because when you do your research about this particular lady, you will see that, okay, she has really traveled, right? And yes, I'm one of those people that does not believe that, the fact that you have traveled to another country means that you're actually exposed to the cultures and experiences of that country. No, I don't believe that. But listening to some of the conversations that she's had with her partner, right? One would expect that, girl, you have traveled, right? You go out a lot, you meet people, da 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 da. You've watched the Big Brother show. You know some of the previous housemates. It's not like you don't know them. So you now came into Big Brother's house. You're not complaining of being overwhelmed. You're not complaining of having no privacy in the house. Like you're just completely shrinking. What exactly is going on? So the question is it strategy? Or is that her real situation in the house? Is she really depressed? Okay, let me not use the word depressed. That's very extreme. Is she really miserable in that house? Or is she just putting up a front, trying to gain the compassion of the viewers? Because the beauty about the Big Brother Naija audience, that's the viewing audience, is that you would definitely find people that can relate with all the varieties of personalities in the house. That's the beauty of the viewership. It's a very fantastic social experiment. I did a video before the show started speaking about the different levels of social experiment, you know, that takes place whilst the show is on. Social experiment on TV and off TV. In other words, social experiment with the housemates. Social experiment. English will not disgrace me in Jesus' name, amen. Social experiment with us, the viewers. You see what's happening on social media, people going crazy, defending their faith, and they're attacking strangers that they don't know. Sometimes they're attacking people that in real life they don't even have the balls or the guts to stand up to and talk to or even say hi. But because of the show, you see people, doing whatever. And then there are those people too that have sense, the varieties of humans, So it's making me wonder, is that a real situation, or is she just trying to gain the compassion of the viewers, let people pity her and say, this girl is suffering, this girl is really struggling, it's not easy for this girl in Big Brother's house, so she's really suffering. Because as last week, I was really commending Victoria for a face card. And by face card, it's not about whether she looks good or not. No. It's about that poker face that she carries. You cannot read her facial expression. You cannot even read her body language. She's a very, very laid back individual, as she has portrayed herself to be. I don't know how she is outside the house, all right? She's very, very laid back, completely unbothered, very much unfazed. But then it was quite surprising. Yesterday, after the housemates won their wager task presentation and they were rejoicing, and the way she carried herself in the midst of all of that celebration, 1 minute, she looked happy. Then the next minute, it seemed as if she recollected herself. And it's like, oh my God, did I just lose my steez right now? Did I just get out of character? No, let me go back to my miserable self. And then before we knew it, when the camera was on her face, she was now looking sad. And then she now went to go and sit down in one corner. And then she was now looking miserable. And there's a way she keeps herself. She looks like, oh my God, I'm going to just pass out right now. And then Mayor decided to go and play therapist. Went to go and talk to her, encourage, advice. And these housemates, I'm sorry, but they can be very annoying. Like, who sends you people? Why do you always have to be the therapist of the house? Go and sit down one place and play your game, Joe. But the guy went to go and be encouraging. Later, she now went to bed. He followed that she was crying. Nobody wanted to take my suggestion. I said, nah, I don't want to believe this. Nah. I don't want to believe this. Come on. Even in real life, you don't always have things your way as an individual, as an adult that is hustling in this life. You don't always have your way with things. And this is not the first time in Big Brother's house that people would suggest things and not everybody accepts their suggestion, especially because all the individuals there, they have different ideologies, different idiosyncrasies. They are from different career paths. They have different experiences. And so sometimes some will feel like they have better ideas than others, And so it is up to the general house to make up a consensus on which idea or suggestion they would accept or not. So why are you crying? What's that? Like, people have been complaining of hunger in the house. Everybody is hungry. And then all of a sudden, people won your wager. Shouldn't you be excited? It just felt like, I felt like Victoria crying was very strategic. I'm not saying that it is. I'm saying that was what I felt. I felt like it was very strategic because the whole house was happy. Nobody was sad. Nobody was sad. Nobody was angry. Everybody was rejoicing. They were dancing. They were excited. People that was, blasting music. These people were rejoicing. They were having the best evening ever. They were happy. They were happy. These people were happy. They were so excited, and then the alcohol was flowing. They were happy. But Victoria, it's felt, decided to shift the attention from the happy crowd to the damsel in distress, which I felt like that was the role she decided to play last night. You know, the damsel in distress. I felt like that was very strategic, very, very strategic, you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. I don't know what Victoria is playing at, but I have to say this though. If that is a strategy, well, I give it to her because already she's got some people that have bought into it. She's got people that have bought into it. That she's got people that love what she's doing. I put out a tweet yesterday, stating that, well, voluntary exit is always available if Victoria is feeling overwhelmed in that house. People say that she's got social anxiety. Well, if you really have social anxiety, she should have taken voluntary exit since last week. People that actually have real, chronic, acute social anxiety, they don't last long in such a setting. There was a particular season of Big Brother and Zanzi that a similar scenario occurred. This was maybe in Zanzi's season 3. Was it season 3? Yeah, season 3. Yeah, season 3. There was a particular female housemate. Her name is QV. QV is beautiful. She's hot. Her body is banging. That's the South African version of Big Brother Naija. Banging body, beautiful body. She's beautiful. Oh my God, she's beautiful. The moment she introduced herself on that stage, hot babe. And then she declared her sexual preference to be bi, that she's bisexual. So that was a very, very interesting angle to the show that people were looking forward to. People wanted to see how she was going to use that role to play to her advantage. Because already there were guys in the house that were feeling her. But guess what? The very next day, in fact, on the stage, she was promising fire and brimstone. I'm going to bring drama. I'm going to bring this. You know how housemates normally hype up things. And then the next, that evening, housemates started talking about their self, their life's experiences. They were sharing about their trauma. And trust the housemates of that season. Those people came with a container of traumas. I'm not mocking them or anything. Please don't get me wrong. But these people were not holding anything back. They knew that a lot of money was at stake. So it was like a competition for who can evoke the pity of the viewers the most. So come and hear traumatic stories. Oh, they declared me a witch in my community and people wanted to kill me. Another one, oh, I decided to become what's this? There's this particular guy. He's a guy, but according to him, he has a dual personality, right? Sometimes he feels he's female, sometimes he feels he's a guy, and then when he dresses up for their Saturday night parties, he's always looking like this hot chick, But then when he shared his story about how he was almost ostracized in the society because he comes from a religious background, his family, they have positions and titles in church. So imagine having a parent or parents that hold very strong elderly positions in church, and then you are homosexual or whatever it is, right? So these people were sharing traumatic stories, and whilst they were doing that, QV became overwhelmed. All of a sudden, she had acute anxiety. Like when I say acute, like this was serious anxiety. She was scared. Why was she scared? She couldn't share. I don't know what it is, but she couldn't share. I actually interviewed her on my channel that season. She couldn't share about her experiences. She was scared. She was overwhelmed. And guess what she did? I think the very second day, the show was launched on a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. This girl had gone into the diary room and asked for voluntary exit. Yeah, she did. She said she could not deal with it. that she thought she could handle the tension and the pressure in the house, but she could not because, when I interviewed her, I asked her what exactly went wrong. She said when everybody was sharing their stories, she felt like she could not deal with it. Some people's stories sounded so sorrowful, so miserable, because what they were sharing, some people were crying. She said it was too much for her to handle. And that she had not even shared her own story to the fullest, though. She said she couldn't even dare. Yeah, that's the season that Mpowa Badimo won. So on the very second day of that season, QV asked for voluntary exit because she actually had acute anxiety. And she left. And this one was not like what Chinwe did, though. Went to go and tell somebody that I'm packing. I just told Big Brother I'm leaving the house. I want to leave. In that, and you went to tell somebody so that they'll come and beg you. Drama queen. QV didn't tell anybody. She had gone into the diary room, secretly had that conversation with Big Brother. They televised it. We watched it. And she told Big Brother asked her why. She explained. And Big Brother asked her, okay, go and think about it. If you change your mind, come back and let me know. She didn't change her mind, though. Almost, she packed her bag. So Big Brother told her, okay, don't tell the housemates yet. Just go ahead, think about it, blah, blah, blah. And she went and thought about it. And she looked around. She said, I can't deal with this. And what did she do? When it was time for her to leave, 10 minutes or even 5 minutes before she left, Big Brother announced, QV is leaving. QV, give your last hugs, your final hugs, give your last goodbyes. And the house was shocked. Everybody was shocked. That is how voluntary exit happens. I will talk about that more when I'm talking about Chinwe. But speaking about people with social anxiety, for real, I mean, when you see the most extreme situations, they remove themselves immediately from such a situation. It's not a thing of you are there and you are feeling so overwhelmed, you're almost having mental breakdown, and you are still inside there. It's a lie. So I see a lot of people give excuses that, oh, Victoria is overwhelmed, Victoria has social anxiety. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not mocking a situation or anything. But at this point, it's becoming boring. Because as far as I'm concerned, the show is not a mental health clinic. As far as I'm concerned, if you are struggling with your mental health, don't even get close to Big Brother. Like, don't even audition. Don't even bother auditioning. Just stay where you are and heal, because that's what you need. Because if you're struggling with your mental health, or you're struggling with anxiety, you're struggling with claustrophobia, you're struggling with OCD, or you are bipolar, just stay in that, just stay where you are and work on yourself and heal. Yes. I see that is why when Angel was talking about during the Big Brother Naija Shine Your Eyes season, Angel was talking about, oh, my mental health, my mental health. Omo, I did not buy that bullshit. It's probably real, but personally, what I saw was, how can you that claim that you have mental health issues, your mental health is very fickle, you come into Big Brother's house, you are playing mind games with people, you are using your sexuality to trigger guys in the house. You are showing nakedness. You are using the thing in between your legs. You're using it to flash the cameras. I mean, who did not see that particular night that Angel went to the dressing area and she was not wearing panties? Who did not see it? I saw it. And then you'll be doing your own. You'll be poking people. You'll be triggering people. When there is an altercation, you open your mouth, you insult. But when they now do it back at you, you now be crying and preaching mental health. My mental health, my mental health. I think a lot of people have really abused all this, psychological traumas and all these mental health issues. A lot of people have really abused it. That's the reason I never ever really take people serious, when they come on a show like Big Brother and they try to play that card. Mental health. If you see people that have real mental health issues, you you will know, But hey, this is not me trying to water down these housemate experiences, and this is with regards to Victoria. I'm not trying to water down her experience, but guys, you agree with me that this thing has been going on since last week. Some people have speculated that, oh, she's actually sad that her partner, Shaun, is not giving her attention. And I'm like, I don't want to believe that. Because these two people literally went their separate ways right from the very moment they stepped into Big Brother's house. Bah! It's like they told each other, oh, when we enter the house, so you go and get into a ship, you do whatever I want to do. They just started playing their game. So here's the question. Do you think Victoria is actually being real about this whole social anxiety thingy that she's portraying? I don't want to say she's dealing with that, but that's what she's showing. Or do you think she's just putting up a front? Do you think she's just playing a card? Do you think she's just playing that pity card? I would love to know your thoughts about that. And let me finalize Victoria's conversation by saying this. If Victoria is playing a script with this sad-looking damsel in distress card, then I must give it to her. That she's actually doing fine. You know why? Because the wolves are out. I put out a tweet yesterday, and some of her fanatics, apparently, the cave that they put all of them, they've opened the gates of the cave, so they're out, and they started insulting me. Old woman, leave her alone. Victoria is not the reason you are 41. I say, if I am 41 and I'm looking this young and beautiful, hallelujah. They started insulting. You know, they started with the insults, they started with the dragging. I'm like, oh, wow. Victoria's card is really effective. It's really working a good number on some of the viewers. So if really she's just playing the card, then I must give it to her. She's doing great. But if this is not a script, if she's actually really dealing with that social anxiety, if she's really feeling overwhelmed, then I think it's high time she took that voluntary exit. Because at the moment, Victoria is very boring. And that is just me being very frank about it. She's very boring, like painfully boring, to the point that when the camera settles on her, I am looking forward to seeing something new, something different, but there's nothing. And she doesn't even give much to see because she's got a poker face, blank facial expression. Body language is just as stiff. You can't see anything that you can work with. She's not giving me anything to work with. So that is my take on that. I would love to hear your thoughts about that. Now, quickly moving on to Chinwe's drama. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Chinwe. Drama queen. You know, it's quite weird. I kind of like her energy. I like the drama that she's giving, you know. I just like the fact that she's giving us a lot of things to talk about. However, the part that was quite staggering was how she ensured she informed the whole world viewing the show that she is Zion's sponsor. That is quite embarrassing. Very embarrassing. You know? Oh, I blocked the plane, the tickets. Oh, when he said he wanted to come to the house, I spent my money. I did everything so that they will not think I'm with him for money. I did everything. Oh, he's a user. Even told the guy to his face, you deceived me. You used me. You did. I mean, that's a lot. Now, I don't know if Chinwe was actually acting it all up for the sake of content. If she was, my flowers are still extended to her. However, I hope that she and Zion, they are ready to face off each other after the show. And to be very honest with all of you, this is not me in any way at all. Though. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't go and quote me wrong anywhere. I beg you in the name of God. Something tells me that Chinwe and Zion are not necessarily dating as we think they are or as they are presenting themselves to be. I don't know who else has got that hunch, but I've got that hunch. And my instincts, like 99% of the time, is never wrong. I just have that very, very strong hunch that these two, nah. sometimes I watch both of them. And forget all the PDAs they do. I mean, come on, we've seen PDAs on Big Brother show. Is it PDA we're talking about? MROs do pass this one now. They overdid self. After doing, they can't chop all their fans' money. Like they chopped and chopped and chopped all the contribution and all the money of their fans. So we've seen PDAs on the show. We've seen shifts. We've seen people that are posing to be in love, and at the end of the day, everything just goes south. You know, I mean, thank you very much, David. There is maybe an arranged dating to get into Big Brother Naija show. Absolutely. That is what my gut's feelings tells me. Every time I look at it, because this their quarrel that they had for 2 days, a lot was actually revealed. And because things were being revealed, I had to check. Their social presence. And ladies and gentlemen, one thing I told myself was nah, there is no way anybody will make me believe that Chinwe being older than Zion, that Zion left his life and what he's used to go and approach what's her name now, Chinwe, and to seek a relationship for her. Although they said that Chinwe made the move and whatnot, but regardless, there's no way. Something fishy is there. There's something fishy there. Because when you look at it, Chinwe is very controlling. She's the dominant one in that relationship. She's the dominant person in that relationship. She's the boss. She calls the shots in that relationship. And from last week, when she first had that slight face-off with the Mbadiwe twins, the way she told the guy, baby, let's go upstairs. I want to cuddle. Yeah, come and go and cuddle me. And it looked like, sugar mommy dragging sugar baby upstairs. Oh yeah, come. It's time for your cuddling session. Oh yeah, come and cuddle me afterwards. That's what it looked like. So it's like I brought you here, so whatever I asked you to do, you have to do it. So it's like she calls the shots. Check their diary sessions as well. When Big Brother throws a question, Zion is always calm. Now he's usually a calm person, and I love his calmness. I love his demeanor all the time. But in the diary room, once Big Brother throws a question, Zion would be quiet. Chinwe would just take it up. Hey, big brother. She's always panting. I don't think it's like Chinwe is always running a marathon in that house. She's always breathing hard. Big brother. I just say, God, I beg, go. What the hell is going on here? Nah, I like that girl. She's just very entertaining. And she would talk and talk and talk. And then when Zion decides to even chip in one thing, she would just look at him and cut him short. And then she said, let me finish. I said, Madam, don't you ever finish? And then she would continue talking. If you watched their last diary session, Big Brother 2, Big Brother is shady as F. Big Brother decided to be, specifically throwing questions at Zion. Like, Zion, yes, Zion, you may carry on with what you were saying. Ouch! And Zion will be talking. And when he's talking, what's her name? Madam will now take it up. Baby. Like, Chinwe, let Zion talk. Chinwe, let Zion breathe. Jeez. Huh? Oh my God. The pressure. Like, she's always the one. Like, it's like she's got the guy on chokehold. And so this revolt, because that's what I called it, a revolt. It felt like Zion revolted from Chinwe's chokehold. Now, frankly speaking, I don't know if they planned it. And I'm bringing up this option because earlier this week, when there was something that happened this week, I think it was happening in the kitchen, where there was an altercation or somebody was quarreling. Chinwe had just come out of the bathroom. And Zion was there in the dressing area. The guy was just doing whatever he was doing. Chinwe came out and she was like, oh, baby, the house is on fire. Yes, baby, the house is on fire. She was excited, and both of them, they were laughing. And you could tell that most of the time she's the one that's constantly instigating shit. And she just wants the guy to just go along with it. And that type of partner you have that, oh, if I'm fighting, all I need, oh, premium example is Adekunle and Venita from All Star season. You know, remember that particular occasion after the live Eviction show, Venita told Adekunle in the dressing room that, baby, all I just need of you is when I bring out my sword, I want. No, how did she even say? When I bring out my sword, I just want you to be there. You know, like if I want to get into battle and fight, just support me, just back me up. That's what Chinwe needs from Zion. But you can tell that Zion understands the dynamics of the game this season. He understands that this is not your typical Big Brother Naija season where you fight and fight and fight all the housemates simply because you want to grow a fan base. No. If you do too much or you shalaye too much or you do too much, if the viewers does not save you, the housemates, they will kick you out. That was exactly what happens to Damilola of the Tammy pair. It's quite sad that they were the sacrificial lamb, yeah, because prior to entering the house, I'm sure the housemates had no idea that that was what was going to happen. I'm sure they did not know. They did not know because you could tell from the shock on their faces. They did not know that they would have that an enormous power to vote themselves out. They did not know. So now that they were able to kick out the Tammy pair, everybody is now trying to thread carefully. Everybody is now trying to, you know, be friends with people, build connections. But sometimes tempers flare, some people cannot hold it in and they just go off. And when they go off, ladies and gentlemen, check how these people reconcile. 2 seconds, like a 2 seconds man. 2 seconds, they'll quarrel, no. The next 2 seconds, they are reconciling. They're apologizing, they're making peace. Because nobody wants to be in anybody's bad books. You know? So as I said before, I have a weird feeling that these people's relationship is a arrangee relationship. Like they came together, decided that, let's go to Big Brother's house together, blah, 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 da, 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 da. If one of us wins, the other will get a cut out of the money. Or maybe they probably thought that, okay, maybe both of them will win the money together. I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, it's giving, we are not together like that. You're not my level. And then yesterday when she went there, she was talking about this, their ship. And she was saying, he's ungrateful. He's a bad investment. I say, now you people are telling me what I want to hear. That Zion is a bad investment. Guys, there are things I want to say, but I don't want to say it so that it will not look as if this conversation is shifting grounds. But if you know, you know. That Zion is a bad investment. I was thinking about it. I say, now 2 and 2 is adding up. 2 and 2 is adding up. Zion is a bad investment. You paid for flight tickets, you know, you did XYZ. You say you sponsored everything. He used you to come to the house. That's what it be. You know, so it's giving me a lot of things to think about. Oh, and by the way, it's Chinwe that is always insulting Nelly's body, that Nelly has a hanging bomb. I hope we know that Chinwe too did body. So let's clear the air about that one, because I am not in favor of body shaming at all. Don't body shame people when you're not perfect, you know, because when she was insulting Nelly, me I had to go and do my own findings. I had to go and check. I said, okay, now you that you're calling somebody hanging bomb, let us go and check you out too. And I realized that, I leave it there. I leave it to God. I'm not going to say anything more than that. But anyways, as I was saying, I kind of like the drama that they both dished out. You know, I like the drama, you know. But I want to see if her hey, Jefferson, you like gist. Jefferson said I should tell. I'm not going to tell shit. I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm going to spill. No, but for real, guys, for real, I want to see if this her strategy will take her far. And why am I looking forward to it? Take, for instance, all those housemates that were fighting. Even take, for instance, someone like Thatcher during Pepperdam Gang season. If Thatcher had been in this season, I put it to you that she and her pair would probably have been the first to be evicted this season. I don't know if you guys get me. So what I'm saying is some of these housemates are now realizing that what worked in previous seasons might not necessarily work in this season. And I want to give kudos to the camera crew, production team. In fact, all of them this season. I don't know who else has noticed that they've been trying, and I give them their flowers. They've been trying. When the show started last week, it started looking like, okay, Wanni and Shaun, because they were like the first in-house shit to kick off, it looked like, okay, we're going to be seeing a lot of them, but production shocked me. Now, a whole day can go by, and the only time we get to see Wanni and Shaun together is maybe in one scene during the whole day. What I'm trying to say is different housemates are now getting their camera time. They're now getting their moment. And I love it. I love it. I am really satisfied with that. And I want to give accolades to production. They are really doing a great job with sharing, camera time, screen time to all the housemates. So now it's quite interesting that this is the second week and we know the storyline of all the pairs in the house. Fantastic thing, fantastic. So this is me giving production their flowers. Thank you. Oh. You people should keep up the good work. Oh, don't change, oh. Don't change, oh. Keep it like this. So don't change. If you change, don't change. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop talking about Chinwe for now. And then finally, Wanni and Shaun's fight that happened. Guys, not to speak too much about it, but the one thing I want to point out is when Shaun was having conversations about that whole drama, the next day morning, that was yesterday morning in the gym, he was having the conversation with there was what's his name, Suj, and one or two other housemates there, I guess. There was a statement he made. He said when he was complaining about him having conversations with Nelly, he told her that if she has a problem with him talking to Nelly, she should go and take it up with Nelly. See, the housemates they sent to us to watch this season, they have brain touch because that was, see, I found that very, very hilarious. And you see, it just goes to show that Shaun knows what he's doing. He's playing his game, ladies and gentlemen. I see people already shipping these two people. And the one thing I keep telling myself is, I know people are shipping them for the sake of entertainment, not because you are fully invested and like Emma Rose, people are wishing that when they come out of the house, they will get married. Because it's not looking like that is going to happen anytime soon. Even after the show, it's never looking like that. And personally, game-wise, I think that's actually a smart gameplay coming from Shaun because the guy is very smart. Shaun is one of the smartest housemates. That guy is very smart. When he first walked into the house with Victoria, I was scared for him. I felt like, okay, this guy looks soft. He looks like all this Naija gameplay is going to swallow him up. But that guy is a freaking gamer. Shaun is in everybody's conversation. Shaun knows what is happening everywhere. Shaun is cool with everybody. Shaun is cool with everybody. Shaun has built a rock solid connection with 90% of the pairs in that house. Chinwe is one person that Shaun might not really have like a strong bond with, but he has a strong friendship with Zion. So you notice that they say that, oh, they have their neck in everybody's business. Shaun is everywhere. And if he plays his cards right, it might be very hard for him and Victoria to be kicked out by their fellow housemates. That is if they fall in bottom four. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop talking here right now. I feel like I've actually talked a lot. It's your turn to talk to me because I want to hear from all of you. All right. So if you're on YouTube, you know what to do. Please click the link in the comment section and share. If you're on Twitter, please send in your request and I'll bring you on the stage to speak. All right. Okay, who wants to go first? Click the link in the comment section. For those of you on YouTube, I want to hear your analysis. We're talking about the highlights of the week. We've talked about the eviction nomination process. That is the new system for evictions on Sundays. Do you like it or not? We're talking about the Ndi Nne dynamic. Yes, the relationship between the auntie and the niece. We're also looking at Victoria's dilemma, or should I say her situation in the house. Does she really have social anxiety? Is she really overwhelmed? Or she's just trying to invest in the emotional banks of the viewers? Where do you stand? We're also looking at what's her name? We're also looking at the Chinwe's drama. Yeah. So go ahead, click the link in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Okay. Hi, P. Hello. Hi, P. You have to unmute your mic.
I forgot I muted. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. You're welcome to the conversation.
You have my hair on today. Yay.
Nice. Thank
This
you.
is my
Thank
favorite
you.
hair of yours ever.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So,
Okay. So,
okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna go from the way you like spoke about everything. So about the
Okay.
eviction, as long as it's different, I don't mind this new voting out system. So yeah, I'm not mad about it at all. I like this
Mhm.
change. As long as it's different, that's fine. So about
Nice.
Auntie Chinne and Nne, her niece, what has age and having first class got to do with it? They are there to play the game. You came to the show. Okay, you've been auditioning for a very long time, and now they said, okay, you've finally entered, and they said you have to bring someone. It has to be in pairs, and you brought your niece. So what she's doing doesn't make sense at all. So I believe in respecting everyone, whether the person is a few months old or 100 years old and above. It reminds me
Absolutely.
of three women who tried to do something what she's been doing. Three of them tried it and it didn't work, of course. So how
Mm,
can she use her niece to create content? That's awful. Who does that?
mm,
Most people are like this in real life. You ask that question, and yeah,
mm,
I've seen and met a lot of Nigerian women behave this way, especially when I was in my former line of work. Their behavior
mm,
was always gross to me, just terrible character. About
mm,
Victoria, she knows what she signed up for. So I don't know why she's behaving the way she's behaving. She's definitely
mm,
acting. That's how I feel. Yeah, it's just my opinion. If I were a
mm,
housemate, I would have spoken to her only once, and I'll leave her alone, whether she changed or not, and focus on myself.
mm,
About Chinwe, even though I have no issue with women dating younger men, however, since Zion is younger than Chinwe, that makes Chinwe a cougar and a cradle snatcher. That's just what it is. So if you know, so if she knows she cannot date a younger man and respect him,
mm,
then then
mm,
she shouldn't have got into a relationship with him, whether fake. Because I saw your what you're saying kind of makes sense. I'm like, ooh, what she said and what you're putting together makes sense. I'm like, okay. So the thing is that I've seen and heard some Nigerian women say that they can never date a younger man because she the woman has got coconut head, or they want the man to lead them. And I'm thinking,
mm,
like, how is it that you're an adult and okay, you just came out of your parents' home and then you're not independent, especially if you're in your 20s, especially if you're above 25? How is it that you still want someone to lead you or to guide you because you've got coconut head? You will disrespect him because he's younger. It never made sense to me. And with
mhm,
Chinwe's dramatic behavior doesn't make sense at all. So even though it's common sense to know that this season is different, Zion has told Chinwe this already, and she also knows this. How is she still hell bent on doing things the way she has been doing it? Getting angry for no reason and talking crap about, especially about other people. So about Wanni and
mm,
Shaun, to me, this ship is not shipping at all. The fight made no sense to me at all. And the fact that Shaun told her to go and speak to Nelly, that was fun. But the way Nelly rubs on Shaun, though, the thing is that you just met this guy. Why are you rubbing up on him like that? I know most people will say something kind of similar happened to me, and then the I think the situation was kind of reversed in a way, and then a friend of mine was like, "You don't owe this B any loyalty," because my friends won't tell me to date a guy. So I went to this party. I was going through a lot that year, so I went to this party that they invited me to, and the guy was
Hmm.
there. I tried to get to know him. I didn't like him. I was not attracted to him. So I was like, let me just. So I told him no. So we kept on being friends. He started dating somebody else. But a few months later, the voice told me that they've broken up, not knowing that it was going to take a while for that to happen. But I knew that they were already broken up. Before he started, when he was dating her, I also told him, I was like, "You're dating somebody," and he was like, "Yes." He didn't tell me. I knew that. So when they were going to break up, the voice told me as well that they've broken up. But it wasn't then when I went to the party. It was a little while after. So I went to the party because I was going through a lot. I went to dance and he came and he was dancing with me. Years later, he now told me that his girlfriend was at the party. I almost died.
Uh-uh.
I nearly
Hey.
died. Then I told my friend who wanted me to be with this guy. And I was like, can you imagine this guy told me that his girlfriend was at the party? I didn't know. How is it that I got to the party and you guys did not introduce us? And then she was like, "Oh, forget it. You don't have and you don't owe that B any loyalty." I was like, "Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness." I felt so bad. This was years
Whoa.
later, like 3 years later, and I felt so bad. Yeah, I could
Wow.
not believe I danced with someone's boyfriend in a party.
Wow.
I felt so that's all I have to say.
Wow.
That's all
Wow.
I have to say.
I feel like going to fight them on your behalf.
I felt so bad. I could not believe my friend was telling me, forget about that B. You don't owe her any loyalty.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not like that. How is that you guys kept? And the thing is that even before, when I knew, a year before, I went to their party because they always do these Christmas parties. I went to the party again, and some aunties were telling me, go to this guy's house. They came to me, go to this guy's house, go there. When it's even if the other lady is there, go there. Be dramatic. Behave as if you're not going to take this man away from me. I'm like, are these people deaf? I didn't tell all of them. Oh. I didn't tell all of them though. I'm like, are they deaf? I don't want to be with this guy. It's been 2 years, and it only took me 3 months to tell him no. How is it that you guys still want us to be together? He had a girlfriend at that time, but I didn't know she used to smoke. When my friend was saying you don't owe that be any loyalty, that was when she told me that the girl used to smoke, and the aunties didn't like that. So they all wanted me to be with him. And I'm like, oh, then it now made sense to me that, oh my God, when I went to the party last year, the lady was telling me, go to his house, do the Nigerian movie kind of thing. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I could not believe it. I had to cut them all off though, because I'm like, I can't believe you're saying this to me.
Mhm.
Like, you have to know who a person is and treat them that way.
Mhm.
But it was as if they were projecting who they wanted me to be to me and wanted me to be that way. And I'm like, no, I cannot snatch a lady from a man. I can't do that. Oh God.
Like the thing
It
is
was
just very hilarious, I beg. So they'll now use you to do clean up for the guy's situation. If the guy
yeah,
didn't
they
want
was
to be with the girlfriend, he could have broken up with her. So why would they want to use you
That
to
was
clean
what
up?
I said as well. But my friend told me that because the girl was always sleeping with the guy and the guy had money. So, because she was like, "Oh, it's your fault now. You didn't ask him for money. You didn't sleep with him. So, yeah, the thing is that, oh yeah, if you wanted money, he would have given you money. So, but she was saying that the girl was taking his money and sleeping with him. So that was why his head was still with her.
The Lord be with them. The Lord be
I
with
cut
them.
them all off. I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. I was like, you guys, you can take the guy. Sometimes I miss him though, but I'm like, no, 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 no. Because he was very respectful, and he was
Okay.
a friend. So I just cut them all off.
All right. Oh, well, I'm glad you're good though. Thank you so much, P, for sharing that. Thank you.
Thank you, Glory. Take care. Bye.
All right, bye. Very interesting. All right, let's speak with Vidash. Hi,
Hi, Gloria.
good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm speaking from Ghana.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
You know, for some days now, I've been trying to talk to you just to have personal conversation with you with what Chinwe especially she's doing because she's cracking my brains. She's
What is
really,
she
really
doing?
cracking my. You know, initially when she started all this argument and everything, I was expecting that she would realize her mistake and then apologize, even if it is content. My dear, it's maturity. It's
Hmm.
a platform where you are supposed to portray something. At the end of the day, is going to either impact good in your life or bad.
Hmm.
If my brother, one way or the other, meets you outside and wants to have a relationship with you, my dear, do you think with what I know you did in Big Brother, will I accept it? No. It's maturity. She's being, yesterday I was telling my friends about it. She's being rude, a spoiled brat, uh, daddy, we call it Ghana here, we call it ajebo. I
Same here.
somebody, you understand? She has never
Yes.
been denied of anything, so she feels she's entitled to everything. She feels
Hmm.
she can never be wrong. She feels she's always right and she's always entitled to have everything and everybody has to obey her command. My word, my dear, this world, you don't do that. You
Hmm.
don't do that. And please talk of Victoria. I beg, if that one is tired, make she come out, make we watch something better. Because it's either she's sleeping, and if other people are trying to engage you in a conversation, it's like she's being forced to talk.
Exactly. I see
Why are
that
you
too.
there? Why are you there? You are there to create content for us to enjoy and vote. I beg, please, if there is any way, for me, I'm fearing for Shaun because if there is any way Big Brother can take her out and bring someone else, I'll be so glad.
Hmm.
And Wanni and Ndi, oh my God, those two girls, my God, those two girls are really, really giving me content. I like, I like the way Ndi would sort of defend her sister,
In multiple
even when she,
accents.
thank you, thank you. She speak German, then she'll be speaking British, then she'll be speaking a bit of Nigeria. Like I'll be like, oh my God, did she do languages? Is
Which
she a
languages?
languages? Like,
Don't accent.
like
Oh
I wish all of them the best. And
man. Yeah.
I feel yesterday they didn't really deserve the wager thing because they,
Mm-hmm.
like you said this morning, they didn't really put in much effort. They didn't.
Yes.
They
Yes.
didn't put in much effort. But because Big Brother also felt okay, maybe they lost their first wager, he wants to
Hmm.
do something for them. Yeah,
Hmm.
but they didn't really, really deserve it. They didn't deserve it because as at when they said um Onyeka, Onyeka was like she knows how Big Brother would ask the questions that people that participated, people that
Hmm.
who did this, and it looks like they were all not bothered.
Yeah.
They were not bothered. But then when it comes to the Mbade twins and then Zion, DJ
Hmm.
Flo, oh my
TJ.
God, if yes, TJ, thank you. If there is any, if there was going to be any extra award, I feel those people deserved it. They deserved it. They really, really did deserve it. And I wish them all the best. I'm waiting for who is going to be evicted tomorrow. But then I pray it's not going to be Ndi and Wanni. I'm praying it's not going to be them. I'm praying it's not going to be Shaun or Victoria. But if Victoria goes and somebody comes in, I would prefer it. And then there's Shaun and Wanni's sheep. My dear, in Ghana here we call it cheeky love.
What does that mean?
Cheeky love means you don't really, you know what you want, but you're not going in for it. Like you're compromising. You want something out of it because people are expecting you to do this. So it's not matured kind of relationship, but they are both in there for one thing or the other. But then one is really kind of starting to invest in the relationship than Shaun.
She's been cooking.
One heart is really going deep into it. One heart is really, really going. You know, yesterday when Biggie gave them the surprise alcohol after their wager, and then I saw when Wanni was standing in front of the dining table, and then Shaun was at the other side, and Shaun was telling her, "I love you" at his lips. After then, they hadn't reconciled. I was like, this guy is a damn game player.
Of course,
because
they are there to play the game.
He knows what he wants. Because when he was playing, they had to get, yes, I want Shaun to be the one to come to me, even after I had said sorry and all that. But still, Shaun was like, no, I want her to come because, hey, I'm a man and I stand my ground. Other than Zion, though, because Zion, initially, I was thinking Zion would go to Chinwe and then apologize and everything earlier than I expected, but it didn't happen. But and again,
all right,
everything is good. Thank you all, and
thank you.
Thank you so much. Other time.
Yes, thank you so much, Vidas. Thank you so much. I mean, I share your concerns, especially with the way you analyzed Chinwe. And that's the reason I was asking questions. Like, guys, do you think Chinwe is actually playing a game, or do you think she's just being Chinwe? Yeah. All right. Before we move on to the next speaker, I saw this very interesting comment here about Victoria. This is from Tebs. Tebs says, Victoria is a classy lady. She conducts herself in highest of esteem. Interesting comment. Interesting comment. I'm not going to contest it because that is your own opinion. Yes, but then it raises the question of how classy can you conduct yourself in a big brother house like this? How classy can you conduct yourself? I don't know how that works, but I would love for someone to explain. All right. Okay, let's speak with Karabo Pelasa or Palesa. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine.
Are you ready to speak or are you busy?
Hello. Sorry, guys. I'm ready, Joy. How are you?
Are you ready to speak? Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm sorry
Okay.
about
All
that.
right.
I was like, my hands were wet. I don't know
Okay.
if. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, Joy.
You're
How are
welcome.
you? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
See, I
Thank you.
came outside so I can see you. I don't know if you can see me, but
No, I
anyhow,
can't
we
see
met.
you.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's my network. Anyways, hi everyone. How's everyone doing? I hope you guys are fine.
I'm good.
Okay, sorry. You asked about the housemates. Okay, before I comment, I just want to say these housemates are very clean. In the history of Big Brother, Naija, this set is very clean. Like, guys, we must give them their flowers. They are
It's
very
not the
clean.
whole set. It's not all of them. There are specific people that have been taking it upon themselves to clean.
Yes, Gloria, I did notice that. But I was just saying,
Mm.
like, the house, the kitchen sometimes looks clean. The dining is always clean. Hey, the rooms, well, that's a topic for another day. Anyways, so this Chinwe, these people. I'm sorry, guys. I'm butchering their names. I know. Um, the
No problem.
the the, the aunt. I'll just call them like that. The
Mm.
auntie and the girlfriend. They have a lot of similarities when it comes to their partnerships. That's one thing I've noticed. Like their partners are their yin to their yang. Actually,
Mm.
everyone in that house, they have their yin to their yang. The Shatoria pair, I'm not sure if Victoria is playing a script or she genuinely doesn't know what she's doing in that house. Sometimes I feel like she is playing a script, though I'm not sure which script she's playing, but there are other times where, like, man, I sympathize with her. Yeah, that girl, she's stressing me. I'm stressed on Sean's behalf because I feel they should just separate. Then she just goes home, ask Biggie to give her voluntary exit. She goes home,
Mm-hmm.
she regroups and everything, and she'll be fine. And that handler of hers, these people, they must be careful when they go to Big Brother. It's like their handlers are also like adding to their distraction because that handler is busy fighting Sean. I don't know if she's aware that they are both a pair. They go together because I'm not under even their fans self. I don't understand. They're busy fighting among each other. I'm stressed. I'm stressed with that pair. Yes, they are not my particularly fave, but I do like them to be in the house much longer. Another pair that like the auntie, I don't know. I don't know if she's jealous or it's inferiority complex or what. She's even lazy as a head of house. I've never seen someone who is so lazy. Glory, did you see her? I was wishing Big Brother fails them. I was wishing, I was like, I know this is bad. I love
Mm.
Onyeka. She worked hard. I know Zion worked hard. I know TJ worked hard. They didn't sleep. Even Cassia with the smoke and everything. Even the game, it was
Mm.
very unique. I knew by the game when they played it, when I was
Mm.
confused what they were doing. I was like, it fits the theme. It's very mysterious. We all don't understand what's going on. Even them themselves, they don't understand. I knew Big Brother
Mm.
will make them, but I was wishing there, even like last time, Big Brother will call them, go in the house. They will take, they don't even respect the HOHs. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
they are like, I feel, I don't know, man. Like maybe Big Brother plays a tape so they can see themselves. Maybe they will understand what he means, like when he talks about their tardiness and everything. Or Ebuka says something on Sunday because I don't think it has sunk in yet. Like this housemates and then production, guys. Can we talk about production? What was that nonsense they did yesterday when the housemates were playing a game and they showed us Chinwe cooking in the kitchen? I was like, these housemates, maybe they are not boring. People are kissing, we didn't see. I was so mad. Yeah, I was mad. I was
But
mad.
that's
I
been
was
doing
mad.
that a lot too. You see drama happening somewhere, and they would not even quickly take the cameras there until the drama is almost done.
We are even hearing just from housemates. If these housemates were not gossiping, we wouldn't know anything.
Yeah,
And
true.
then Ruthie, can you please talk about Ruthie and her delusions? This girl, she stresses me as well. She's fighting by herself. Everyone in that house. Yo, guys, I have a lot to talk about. I know I'm even moving from direction of the topic. Okay, let me talk about the twins. I like the twins. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes I feel they are very performative. They blow things out of proportion. Especially
Mm-hmm.
one, the one in the
Mm-hmm.
relationship with she
Yeah.
she when she's angry, she's extra. I don't know if that's really her personality because from what they've said, it seems like that's her personality. But sometimes I feel she's performing. because even that thing where they were busy grilling Shaun, I was looking at Shaun like, you guys are both manipulating each other in this your nonsense ship that you both know is fake. The thing is, I remember there's a conversation where Wanni said to her sister, "Yeah, I'm even giving content, shipping content. Me and Shaun, we are a power couple." That's where I knew that this nonsense ship, they are both in it together. They probably spoke in the corners, maybe in the shower, that we are gonna do this. Because even that time when she was angry, Shaun was just looking at her like, "Come on, like you are taking this too far."
It
Like
was
it
very
was just too
hilarious.
far. And they were in sync, guys. I've never seen twins so in sync. Those twins, it's like they read each other's mind. No,
I
Shaun,
need
you are
I
wrong.
need to go
You are
and save
wrong.
that video. I need to save that video of that quarrel. It was funny.
It was so funny. It was so funny, guys. It was so funny. Ah, sorry. And then did you see my favorite pairs? Checkers, Onyeka is fighting with their brother. They are busy insulting each other. And Anita's handler. I'm telling you, these handlers, they are a weapon formed against these housemates. You see that Shatoria pair, the Victoria handler, and this Anita handler. Mm-mm. There's yo, I'm stressed on
Frankly
their behalf.
speaking, yeah, I don't give two thoughts about what their handlers or whoever is doing on the outside. My focus is actually on the housemates on the inside. Whoever
Yes,
has
because
been paid to
housemates are
promote
very
these housemates
peaceful.
should know what to do.
And these housemates are very peaceful. I must give it to them. The way they solve conflicts, I know people are saying, oh, it's boring, they must fight, what. Too much toxicity kills a show. You saw last
Mhm.
season how good it was. This season is kind of refreshing. It's just the production. They are very late. Even that Chinwe and Zinwe fight, the Ndi Nne pair, when they were fighting about clothes, we never even saw it. We hear from
Yeah.
different. I was so disappointed. Yo, Glory. And then are you seeing my Oneka and the OZ relationship, guys, is coming. I am not a shipper, but you see that ship, I'm gonna die on it. This season,
Please
I'm
don't die.
shipping with my full chest. Anyways,
Please don't
okay, I
die.
will take it. Goodbye, Glory. I will come
All
back
right.
maybe later.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please, those of you that are planning on shipping this season, hold your sanity with both hands, okay? All right. Let's speak with Chioma. Hello, Chioma.
Hi, Glory.
Hi. Good afternoon.
Should
How
I
are
say
you?
glory?
Hmm?
Or should I say glory?
I will answer you yes.
Hi. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, people
You're
of God.
welcome.
So it's nice to be here.
You're
Um,
welcome.
like, thank you. In the aspect of this show, relating to this show, I'm not much of a follower because work is always tying me down. So the very first week that I watched some episodes that what happened the very first day, I was like, this thing will be very, very entertaining. So but the next day I was watching it while I was at work. But there's something that I've come to notice about this particular season. I've also noticed that yes, it's a peaceful season. Everybody wants to be all good and well with each other, and everybody wants to avoid conflict arising from any pairs at all. But this whole thing that I feel that is fake. I feel that this thing gyrating, they're just gyrating. Just for example, now we are just in the second week. What about the third week and the week after? I feel that everybody will be on their guard because you don't know what will come out of it. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I am just voicing now. This is my opinion, my personal opinion, and what I'm also noticing as well. Everything is fine now, but what about later? So that one aside, the second thing that I need to say is about this Chinwe pair. Honestly, the girl is actually making me happy to some extent. I feel like she's bringing drama because that's what you signed up for. She's bringing it, but like someone said over and before, like too much of it is actually bad. I feel that that's what she knows how to do. If she's too nice, she'll become boring. That's what I feel about her. And again, when
Mm-hmm.
the quarrel between she and her boyfriend Zion, I was not happy about it, honestly speaking. I was not happy about it. I was like, that is too extreme. And I can understand, to some extent, I can still understand her frustration. Maybe you trusted somebody, you did this and that and everything. Then you got into the house and you decided to turn into a nigga. Okay, fine. Until you need to realize that she's already in Big Brother's house. This is a game they're playing. I feel like before she entered, they had a talk between she and her boyfriend. They had a talk or something on how to back him up. But what we are seeing from our own end is toxic, toxic behavior. And so this because I went to line and people were just talking about her in a negative. Yeah, there are some things that she does. Don't I'm not defending Chinwe now. I just like the way she presents some things. Like this whole giving of content, but it should not be too much. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. It should not be
I
too
get you.
much. So what I'm against is that I feel that people don't really know her like that. It's a relationship matter. Okay, relationship of 5 months. They want to step up the game. They want to go to the next and they want to experience, the adventure and everything. Yes, then, but the way that they will present it, and for she that is giving this negative attitude to the guy, he should be. I feel like she should support the guy. Like, okay, fine. And for she acting like a man in the relationship, I feel that is a part of Zion's fault. Because if Zion put her where she belongs, or maybe she talked to her very well before they even came to the house, there's a way she will coordinate herself and say, okay, fine. Because if you're always going okay, 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 until she say you're okay with it, you're comfortable with it, you're quiet on it, she will not say, okay, he's not the man I thought he would be. Let me act like the man and let him be like the woman now. I've seen a situation like this that in reality. I have a friend that's like that. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying that it happens. But her toxic behavior, I don't like it. And I just feel that she changes. Now, secondly, about Wanni and S-Handy pair. This shipping of a thing, what according to you and from your analysis and everything that and the little I've watched so far, I love the girls actually. I love their energy, I love their this thing, and I love the way they interact between themselves. I love it. I don't have a twin brother or maybe a twin relation in my family, but I just wish that I can have one or give birth to one because I love the way that connection is formed. You understand? So, for this their
Hmm.
relationship with Shaun, I kind of find it weird. Where the one it goes, the handle will also follow. I don't like third wheel. I don't understand it. I feel like there should be a boundary. Like, okay, fine. I know that we are twins, but please give us a break. You understand? Give us a break. It's not everything.
Hmm.
You guys are people do everything, but at least there should be some a limit to it as well. So I like their game, but they just like they should not lose guard on what they are doing. So I don't know what their gameplay is. Maybe they are trying to use man as shipping as a way of, but they can still use something else. They can use that game that another game and turn people's head. They all this men. Just bring something that is you even the viewers don't expect. Do something. Now and the aspect of Chinne and the sister, I be the cousin. I feel that Chinne, I have an auntie that's like that. And till today, we don't talk anymore because of her attitude. Even my family, we don't talk anymore. There's a time that I traveled to my state, where I'm from Imo State, I traveled, and there are some negative ways he was just, she was just acting up and doing everything. So I feel that from aunties, it's actually real because there are some aunties like that, and it's happened to me before. So that's why I feel that what she's portraying that is exactly how some aunties in Imo States are. It could be from Imo State, it could be just from the Eastern part. Some aunties are like that. So that's just it. I feel that, and again, this thing that she's just shouting, being jealous over Chinne, Chinne or Nne. It's just not making any sense because she's the reason. Although she brought the girl to the show or they brought her to the show, what I want to say is that she should just keep tone it down. That's the thing
Okay.
because she's what the Nne is the person that is actually carrying this the if that's in their pair. I feel that if Nne was not around there, that Nne will not contribute to anything. Will not even do anything. Will not even anything. Will just be there just to cook, to and laugh and do this thing. She don't even know why she came there for. It's Nne that's carrying everything on her head. So I just feel
Okay.
that that's what you should put in there. And lastly, one more thing again, I have to talk about again is production. Actually, I'm impressed about their this thing, what about them, what how they are doing the presenting the show to what and everything. But one thing that I have issue with is that I don't know if Biggie can be able to tell them that they should stop whispering whenever they want to talk, it's like as if they're covering their mouth, or they are just, like I don't know, or they're not
Mm,
their health. So somebody, so me, I don't know about others, but to me, there's something they say that I don't really hear, even before the
mm.
party stuff or not party. I don't hear most of the conversation they usually talk about. So they should
Mm.
just do better.
Thank you.
Right? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. About production, that is one thing I noticed. Um, usually with every new season of Big Brother, when Big Brother is welcoming the housemates to the house and whatnot, one way or the other, he tends to mention the relevance of the rule book, that the housemates should familiarize themselves with the rule book and blah, blah, blah. So this season is quite different. Big Brother only told them on after the launch show last week Sunday. He only told them, feel free to is it cry, is it cook, cry, and love? In that order or not. He told them to feel free to do whatever they want to do to get to the pot of gold. That's to win the money. So I did not know how to interpret that. If Big Brother meant like there was no rule books this season or what, I don't know. But there's been no mention of the rule books. I've not seen any housemates that talked about, oh, the rule book, let's read it, let's see what's happening. So they've been whispering a lot, and Big Brother has not been saying anything. They've been speaking their different dialects a lot. They've been speaking their different dialects. Sometimes they translate, sometimes they do not, and Big Brother does not say anything. So I'm thinking about two things. It's either the rule book does not count this season, or Big Brother is just giving them this period of grace to form their alliances, create connections, get to know, each other better, and then maybe in the third week or maybe fourth week, they will now start talking about the rule book. And there's been a lot of microphone infringement, a lot of it, and yes, people that is warning them, but he has never really mentioned rule book. So I don't really know if the rule book applies this season or not, but we will have to wait and see. All right. Thank you very much, Shoma. We're going to quickly move on to Zichi. Hello.
Hello, Glory. Good evening.
Hi. Hi. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's actually a pleasure having
Nice.
to interact with you for the first time.
Same here. Same here. Same here. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. So quickly, I
Okay,
want to start
let's.
with the Wanni and Shaun ship. What do they call it again? Shawnee or whatever. First of all,
Yeah, they even know the-
I must say Wanni and Shaun, as well as Wanni X Handy and Shaun, are very cute to behold. Anytime I go on Twitter, on social media, and I see their pictures flying, it's just so cute watching them. So, time to time when they are like together, it's like the camera will just capture it, and then you see it on social media. You could see things like my babies and their zaddy. So I love seeing them together. It's actually cute. And for their sheep, there is nothing real about that sheep for now, because it's so unfortunate that people used to carry this shipping thing on their head that, oh, this person really, like, they are seriously analyzing. I think he likes her. I think they'll work. That shouldn't even be it. You shouldn't even invest your time and energy in such. Just enjoy it
Mhm,
for the show, and do not even expect anything much from it. I feel like both of
mhm,
them started the whole shipping thing as a strategy. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
for me, both Wanni and Shaun were trying to play games. But Big Brother's house is somewhere that you can't really predict outcomes of events. You might have a scripted strategy you want to work with, but over time or as time unfolds in the game, you begin to find out that you succumb to pressure and things begin to change. And you know that women
True.
are very emotional. So I feel like they started the whole thing as a game, but just like the other speaker spoke earlier, Wani is beginning to invest a lot in it because we women, we are very emotional. I feel like Shaun is still trying to play his game, but consciously or subconsciously, um consciously, no, unconsciously or subconsciously, Wani is beginning to fall for it. Because if you do not care about a guy, or you are not starting to have feelings, you would not, that fight that happened concerning Nelly wouldn't even have come up in the first place. So it's
Mm-hmm.
obvious that there's beginning to be feelings and all of that. At the same time, they are trying to, continue with the shipping thing because honestly, they know that they are trending. They know that people are
Mm-hmm.
talking about them. So the whole shipping thing is just a strategy. It just depends on who is able to play his game to the end without involving emotion. Because if you lose guard, now you go chop breakfast, now you go pay you last last. So that's that about that. But I love watching them. They are really cute to watch. And then for
Mm.
Victoria, honestly speaking, I find Victoria uninteresting and boring. It's so funny. I see people trying to compare her, saying, "Oh, probably she's doing the PT card thing, and it has worked for some people." Some people are trying to compare her with Ilebaye. If her strategy is to play the PT card, then I'm sorry, but that script is not scripting because it's not even making sense at all. When last the other season when Ilebaye played, I watched, like, there is no day will go by without you seeing Ilebaye trending for one thing or the other. She deliberately looks for trouble, or find something that will bring out that pittiness, like, very very well. But for Victoria, she's just there. And I do not find that classy in any way. We've seen a lot of classy babes on the show, but they gave us things to talk about. They engaged, either in ships or, looking for trouble, just doing one thing or the other. But Victoria is just there, so I do not really find her interesting. I feel like she really needs to up her game. I
Mm.
just feel she's someone that is struggling to, it's more like she came into the house, there was something upstairs, she thought she had it all in control, and now she's in the house, she's seen a lot of people with their strategies, with their game and all, and then she feels she's now overwhelmed, like she does not even know what to do. I don't know, she's just there, and it's really not nice considering the fact that they are being paired with Shaun. I feel she needs to do more to up her game. There's nothing classy or interesting about that girl, honestly speaking.
Mm.
And then finally, I want to speak about Chinwe and Zion. Zion is a
Mm.
gentleman to the core. If you've really
Mm-hmm.
followed the game from week one to now, you see that Zion is someone who doesn't like trouble. He own na be say no like wahala. Whether Chinwe is the one in the fight or what, he just tries to calm the situation. He's obviously that person that does not want any trouble. I feel like there's a lot he would want to say to Chinwe, probably to put her in a place or whatnot. But because he knows that they're on national TV and that his gentleman nature is still there. But I'm 100% sure that by the time they're out of this show, there is a lot of, you know, I don't know how to put it now, but I feel like they really need to talk about a lot of things, even if at all their relationship is going to continue. But Zion is
Yeah.
just a gentleman who doesn't like trouble. Chinwe, on the other hand, she obviously looks like someone who came to the show ready to pick up fight and cause trouble.
Of
She came
course.
for drama. It's obvious she came for drama. But
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, while trying to be dramatic, the real Chinwe is coming out. Because if you look at the whole drama surrounding Chinwe, it's not looking as if all is scripted. Her real nature is really coming out. The way she bosses around with Zion and all of that. That one is not scripted. That's the real Chinwe. And I feel she needs to watch it because she really spewed a lot from this altercation they had with Zion, which I feel if by the time they're out of the house and he goes through those clips, it's really going to be a problem seeing that because that's a bruise on his ego as a man.
Mm.
So Chinwe is trying to be dramatic, but at the same time, she's going off board and she really needs to watch it. For the other pairs in the house, I don't really. invest my time in them because they are not on the top list of my favorites. So
Mm,
these are just the few people I just wanted to talk
yeah.
about. So it's really nice having
Thank
this
you.
interactive session with you.
Thank you.
So
Thank you so much, Zichi. You really hammered a lot of vital points. I'm going to touch on Ileba's one real quick. I don't like. I will never understand why people felt Ilebaye was solely playing the PT card. That girl was very intelligent, and she was
yes,
very strategic, and she was very lucky that she always found herself or created situations where she is the victim. It's either she found herself in a situation where she was a victim or she by herself created that situation. And to be able to create a situation where you are the victim and it provokes a whole viewing audience to the point where they pity you, it takes a lot of intelligence, to be able to
exactly.
play such a card. So pity card, it's not easy to play pity card. Victoria is not doing the brain work. She's just there
At all.
thinking,
She's
and by just being mute and not engaging your fellow housemates, pity card will automatically be played. No, it takes a lot of brain work, a lot of intelligence to play the most compelling story that will provoke people to really pity you. People that have done that pity card, check their personalities. They really did it to the T. Angel tried to play the pity card with her mental health story, and it was not successful because it was very glaring what she was doing, right? But, anyways, that's on the side. About the housemates, you know, um, the thing about them breaking a lot of rules, I also noticed that this season, these housemates are very, very. Oh yeah, yeah. When you were talking about Shaun and Wanni, strategically starting up the ship, I totally agree with you. And it's not just both of them. Every single person in that house, from time to time, when you listen to their conversations, you feel that these housemates are very strategic at where and how they have certain conversations. If you look at the likes of Onyeka, Ruti, even Chinwe, even the one year Handy twins. If you look at the ways their eyes are always roving around, they're always looking at the camera. So it's like when they turn, they look at the camera. That's when they say certain things. As our last week when Oyeka was doing that snail conversation a lot, trying to play Cupid in the house, trying to match make people. Look at the way she will look if the camera is watching. That's when she will talk, 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 talk. Do you understand? So they know what they're doing. Even last
they really
night,
know.
Ruti said something to my Michky that, oh, Michky, why are you not in the lounge playing games with other people? Michky was like, like he wasn't interested. He wanted to go to the gym. And Ruti told him, don't you know that on this show, the camera is always focused on where the action is happening? And I was just laughing. I said, girl, this season is quite different. In case you do, anyways, you don't know because we are the ones watching. Because, girl,
Yeah.
you have been in the kitchen for over 15 minutes and the camera has been focusing on you that's in the kitchen cooking. People that are doing truth or dare, the camera did not immediately go to people that are playing truth or dare. And it's the same thing with most of the things that have been happening. Apparently, last week there was actually an altercation between the Tammy pair and is it Chinwe or who? Something had actually happened. Just has it that, oh, they found used condoms somewhere in the house. Yes, but the cameras did not show that. And then there was also the fight between Chinwe and the Ndi Nne pair. It was in during the Ndi Nne pair's diary session that we heard that something like that happened. So this season, in fact, this 2 weeks now, there are a lot of things that have actually happened, dramatic things that the camera did not show us. I'm even surprised that they even managed to show us the ones that happened this past 2 days. So things have certainly changed this season. And my own interest is in seeing if it's going to pan out for the entire season or not. Anyways, thank you so much, Zichi. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Right? All right. Bye. Okay, let's speak with Risad. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Good afternoon. You're welcome. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you, Gloria. Good afternoon.
Good
Yes.
afternoon. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. So, you mentioned something about the camera not showing the some of the fights, and I think that's true. And that's used whatever they used. I'm not accusing, but I'm suspecting this Wandy and that girl, the way she's doing in that house. I think she's ready to do anything. Even if you tell her to put her head down and carry her legs up, I think she will do it. So I'm suspecting Wandy, and I'm suspecting our beloved couple. What's the name? Zinwe.
Zinwe, right?
It must be one of those people. So yeah. And another thing is, I feel like a lot of the viewers of this show should. I mean, I'm not a toxic fan. I'm a, more of a, I'm not emotional about so many of these things, and I'm also more. I look at things from the, just the strategic and intellectual angle, because
Yeah.
I think some of the viewers of this show, like I had a lady, I don't know, she said, I can't remember exactly, her name, but she was saying something about, you need people that will give you content, fight. I understand all those things, but we need to also know that in a reality TV show, everything is a content. I think everything is content. But obviously, I'm not saying that somebody should go there and be sleeping all the time, because that's not what they went there to do. But I feel like content is just there. It's a social experiment. You bring somebody that is ready to fight everybody and jump from morning to night, and you also bring someone that will be maybe answering in a cool or very quiet tone. Maybe that's a personality. That's what maybe she wants to show to the world, that okay, this is what I am or what I want to do. Okay, it might not take her far in the game. Not everybody is going to win the program or the game at the end of the day. So maybe that's what she wants to show. Then, but there are people, like I said last time, I was here last week. I said someone like Mbadiwe twins. I like what they are doing, to be honest with you. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like this season, as much as I can't say for a fact who I'm supporting, I mean, I can't say who I'm supporting exactly, but I think someone unconventional should win. We don't need. It doesn't have to be every time that you must be, certain, loud, and before you go far. I feel like there should be also a chance for people that are bringing other approach to the show, like in terms of maybe they are competitive, maybe in the games, or maybe they know how to hold conversations, or they know how to advise people. There's somebody I also like, the doctor guy. I think I like,
TJ.
yeah, I really like the way his maturity, and also the genuine interest you usually have in people's issues, not in a negative way of maybe gossiping them, but like the way he brings that support. He wants to support that person. He wants to help. You see the way he was genuinely interested in Chinwe and Zinwe, not going. So I feel like he understands. He's very conscious. I think he should probably be the most conscious housemate there of where they are, as much as they're doing, like it's not look approaching it from an antagonistic point, that oh, we are going to fight, we're
Yeah.
enemies or anything. You understand that this whole thing is a show, and it's going to end, and then people will go back to their lives,
Mm.
and you don't need to create enemies. I know that you can have all those banters, and it makes, it's good to be lively. It makes the show also, kind of lively, but at the same time, you don't need too much. Like I feel like these ladies are doing too much a lot of the time. What's the name? Zandi and Wandy. They feel
Wanni
like
and
they are, yeah, they are doing a lot. There was one day I just turned on my TV, came back from work, I turned on my TV. Then the next thing I saw was the one of them. I don't know which one exactly. Was just saying something like, by the time she leaves the house, she's going to do that, the way she will knock, what we call knock in Nigeria, that she will knock non-stop. I don't know, is it 9 hours or something like that? So I'm now asking myself that, is it possible? is it possible that someone will just, say that? I think it's probably maybe she's trying to, push that. Some people feel like if they say some things will trend. So
Yeah.
I feel like maybe it's part of the game, and I understand all that. It's good to get that publicity or that attention. Some people feel
Mm-hmm.
like any publicity is good, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, we should not do. They should not do too much. It's a reality TV game show, right? I don't think it
Mm-hmm.
should. It's not some Love Island, or should I say some explicit. I know it's rated 18, but it's also not like people watch it. Everybody, families watch it. A lot of families
Yeah.
watch it. If we are being real, even including kids, kids watch it. People that are under 14 years, they also watch. So I feel like some of the way, like you said before even the program started, that we don't want people to come and be acting like the viewers are so much interested in those explicit
Yeah.
content. I feel like, yeah, it's true. The viewers should not be too much drawn to that. There are other things people can do. Look at I know there are people like and even if you want to, even if you have that, like I feel like Fina was explicit somehow in the way she was talking, during her time. Because if you
Mm-hmm.
look at her, you won't just see directly like that is what she's trying to push. You understand? Because
Mm-hmm.
she had like this confidence of and also this street vibe, so that's
Yeah.
overshadowed all that. Even if she said all those vulgar things or whatever, you don't look at her in that. You don't just see that when you look at her. But this Zani and Wani and
Wanni and
Andy,
Shaun.
I feel like I don't understand I don't understand them. But we have to be very careful. I feel like the cameramen should be watching when they want to just do one crazy thing. They just remove it very fast so that they won't get a call from the National Assembly. We're a conservative. We're a conservative society. Nigeria is not South.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nigeria is not South Africa. So that's just the
Okay.
thing. And yeah, and for this, what's the name? The Ndi Nne, the anti people.
Yeah.
I think that lady, the younger one, is young and she's very, mature and very hardworking. I think she's bringing. You see what she's bringing to the show, like this thing of being decent. She also has fun. She dances. I've seen her dancing.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to loosen up a bit. I think especially this week, and but at the same time, she's not like that kind of overexposing her body or doing some and
Yeah.
at the same time she's getting results. She puts her head in the game. You see, whenever, like, I won't be surprised if she wins the next immunity challenge or something. Like whenever there's
Mm.
a game, she focus. That's good content. I understand people are
Yes.
looking for different things, but let us not use some of us fans, or let us not use this entertainment thing as a high. Maybe you need somebody to fight and punch everybody before you feel like entertained. No, sometimes it's not how it should be. The program can
Mm.
also teach people things. It can, like I've learned I've learned focus. I've learned dedication. I've learned, not like I don't know those things, but it has kind of what they are doing has reminded me of focus, dedication, concentration, and just from people like TJ, from people like Mbadiwe twins, from people like what's the name, Ndi Nne, you know. So they are doing well. And the auntie thing, to be honest, I don't feel like she's probably like that or maybe jealous. I feel like it should be content, because if you
Mm.
look at, I saw the clips. That clips kind of
Mm-hmm.
I saw the clips of the lady saying auntie, 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 and with all of that, she did not even react in a negative. I think she understood what her aunt was trying to do, and
Mm.
she knew when to stop pushing her aunt to come downstairs, And she went on. She when she was leaving, she was even smiling or something like that. I feel like if she felt really hot or if she was that angry with her aunt, she would have probably been moody maybe throughout the day, or the camera would show her complaining to somebody, or just so I don't. I think like the aunt. I think it's all content, to be honest. And the
Okay.
lady, one of my parents is from what is it called? Those sides, the east. So I wouldn't like that lady that came and saying that it's something of emo state. I think people should be very conscious when they are coming to say things in public. You can't say things like that.
Yeah.
I have aunties from those sides that will give their life for me. So we should not put our personal experiences or trauma and make it look like it's something that is affecting everybody. So yeah, and
Yeah.
I think they should continue doing what they are doing. Victoria, hey, today I know I've spoken a lot. Gloria, thank you for being
Thank
patient.
you.
Yeah, yeah. So
Thank you.
Victoria, please, they should take it easy on Victoria. I beg. Some people like her. I think if she goes to that point of saying that she's struggling mentally, I think they should take it serious, because sometimes people in this mental health thing is not a joke. I don't think she has said that yet, but in case she does, I think people they should take it easy with her, and in fact remove her immediately or something. And the production, they should also be. I'm sure they are watching to know people that are having a hard time. But so far she can do better. She can do more, to be honest. But
Okay.
let's just be patient with her. All right, thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Prasad. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. You see that patience? Frankly
Mm,
speaking, in Big Brother's house, one day is like a week. And this is not me saying it, it's from the mouth of every single individual that has participated on the show. The days drag, sometimes time goes by. It's like you're living in an entirely different universe. But that's by the way. This comment caught my attention, and I want to talk about it just briefly. So this is from Tabs again. Seems like Tabs is actually a huge fan of Victoria. And Tabs wrote, Victoria has to win. Victoria has to win. She has the star look. She is marketable. She can make a lot of money for herself and for brands. Someone like her has to win. You see, I have a lot of problems. In fact, I have all the problems in the world with that comment. Because what Tebs, I mean, let me talk to Teb. Tebs, what you are doing is you are you are bringing back that stereotype for who the perfect Big Brother Naija winner should be. And it's very wrong. Whether you agree with me or not, but I'll tell you it's wrong. Why is it a social experiment? Why is it a competition if you, people like you and you, are saying that she looks like she has the look of a star, she has the star quality? How? So if they are looking for star quality, I'm not saying that everybody in the house is ugly. That's not my point. But if the show is looking of if someone like you is looking for housemates that has that star look, or how did you put it, she looks marketable, then they should go and select people like Anita that are also models, right? They should go and select people that are models, people that walk the runway. Those are people that actually look, when we're talking about that stereotypical look, people that have that magazine look, right? They should go and pick people like that, and then they'll come and put them inside the house. Then let only that selection play the game. Because what you're putting out here right now, it's completely defeating the essence of what this social experiment is all about. So I think your take, I know it's your opinion, but I totally disagree with it and I condemn it because it's so stereotypical. Yeah. And comments like this is the reason why a lot of people vote specific types of housemates every season. When you ask them, why are you voting for this person? I know that everybody has a choice, I know that everybody has a right to choose, to pick and choose. But when there are certain housemates that people vote for, and you just ask a simple question, an innocent question, oh, why are you voting for the person? And they tell you, oh, because the person is fine, you know? So, anyways, the comments for me, it's nah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, all right? But I respect your opinion, but I am also allowed to disagree with your opinion. And I condemn it. I'm sorry, but I condemn it. It's too stereotypical, please. This is what we're speaking against, that anybody should be able to win Big Brother. So long as they are in there, they are giving entertainment, they are creating content, they are playing the game, whatever they have to do to actually really entertain us, the viewers, like when people are voting, at least you know that, okay, you are voting because this person is giving you reasons to vote. It shouldn't just be about the face, the look. If she wants to go into modeling, well, she can go into modeling. And there's nothing wrong with modeling, but come on, there's more to the show than just going there to sit down and be serving a poker face. It's boring. It's not entertainment at all. Okay? All right. Let's speak with Coco Raymond. Hello, Coco. You are welcome back after ages of not speaking with you. How are you?
I'm fine, Glory. Can you hear me? Huh?
Perfectly. I can hear you.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Should I say that? I
It's
guess
been
it's
a
Happy
long
New Year in Big
time.
Brother's house. Huh? So,
You're welcome.
how are you doing?
I'm doing
Huh?
good. Thank you very much.
Okay, okay. To be honest, I just want to speak about three housemates. But to
Mm-hmm.
be honest, I would like to. If you ask me, I'll say this Big Brother season. 2 weeks. 2 weeks, is it enough to judge it if it's boring or is fun? For me,
Mm,
I'll say 2 weeks is enough. It's a little bit
mm,
boring. I think I predicted it the first day when the housemates were walking in. And let's start with this
mm,
question that Ebuka asks as in every housemate. What is the strategy you are bringing on? And I think
mm,
that is the question every housemate needs to answer, especially Victoria. She needs to answer that question. Before you enter a
mm,
house, before you enter Big Brother's house, you must have a strategy. And that strategy means playing a particular character, a character we don't know whether it's going to work for you or not. But she seems like she doesn't have a strategy, she doesn't have a character to play. She just came in there maybe to just watch TV. And what TV did she come there to watch? There is no TV, just to watch the housemates. She has no business being in Big Brother's house. I think it's high time if there is any voluntary exit, maybe Shaun should take it, should go to the diary room and ask Big Brother, as in on her behalf, she should just leave the house and let us know that other people are there to play the
mm.
game. So if she
Yeah,
cannot
I'm
change
listening.
within
Carry
this
on.
week, if she can't change within this week, or this next week that is coming up, I guess she has a lot of fans that is out there who is going to vote her till probably maybe the 8th week or 9th week. That is what usually happen. There are always housemates that are like that. That's always come in there, sit down, and maybe reach to the eighth week and maybe get evicted. Well, then
Mm,
coming to Shaun and Wenny, to be honest, it's very early to start their relationship strategy. And bet me, as in I bet you, within 3 weeks, there won't be any other content they can give out. It's so fast. It's
mm,
so I think they just gave us all their content first week, and that is the end. I don't think there's anything new we are going to expect from them. So I
mm,
think the relationship is just there. I would just say it's just there. Then when it comes to
mm,
the married couple, hmm, I don't know. It seems like we're trying to build a character from those people. I think it's lack of content. I'll say that when the married couple becomes the topic of the town, it shows that there is lack of content from other housemates. Like Ebuka said, um, most as in we have seen the history of married couples in Big Brother's house, and they find it very hard to survive even the first week. But look at these couples; they are going far, and I love the strategy they came with. You saw, it's only I think it's only them that answer that question. That they will go in there and act as if they are not a couple, and that is exactly what they are doing. And that is why I think people are really focused on them, and it's playing out. For it's good for them. I wish they go far. If I
Yeah.
get interested in them, maybe I'll become a fan of them. Then who else again? Then Chinwe and Zion. I think that is the most important one. I will applaud Zion for handling that situation very well. For him to reconcile with her, I think there's only one thing he knows, that he is in a game. He needs to reconcile with her just for him to go far. It's very, very important. But I love that he stood his ground and let her understand that, listen, listen, this is, as in, you don't use me as a content, because that is what Chinwe wanted to use him for. You can't just go around telling people that you did this for him, you did this for him, disgrace him in front of everybody. What every lady, maybe in a relationship, expects is that if you go wrong, your partner calls you in and tell you, see, do this like this because we are in the public. This is the public, and she should respect her man so that others can respect him. But if she continue this way, I don't think Zion will have the mouth in that house. He won't even be able to speak in that house because she
True.
disrespects him in front of everyone.
Yes.
Imagine your lady disrespecting you, then how will other ladies take you as? You understand?
Mm.
He is always the one trying to clean up the mess she has done. I understand this content she's creating. I agree with her. Yes, it's content. Everybody needs it, but not to the expense of her own relationship. That is, if it's true. 5 months for
Mm.
me. 5 months is not enough for you to come to Big Brother's house, because I think Big Brother finds a way to destroy relationship. That is, talk more of the one of 5 years. Talk more of the one of 5 months. Sorry. So I think she should respect her man. Understand that
Mm.
he is after the game. He understands the game, because the way he spoke
Mm.
with her on the bed, it shows that this guy understands the game, understands everything concerning the game, and he's trying to play it accordingly. But with her
Mm.
in the picture, I don't think he will be able to play it the way he wants to play it. For me,
Mm.
if I had this opportunity, I don't think I would take my personal, as in my girlfriend, into the house. No, I will pick a random person, the way Shaun did with Victoria.
Victoria.
So,
Mm.
so for me, that is it. I just need for the fact, as in for others who says chaos or what do they call it? Conflict, to not create content. Listen, this is a business. We should understand that Big Brother is a business. And if Big
Yes.
Brother, if there is no conflict, if there is no chaos, more people, there won't be attention that will be drawn to this particular platform. For Big Brother to last till the ninth season is because of the chaos and maybe probably the peace. And that peace is only Big Brother that brings it in. Your work is to cause chaos in that house. Big Brother will call you to order. So let's just leave. Let's understand that this is a business. Any housemate that is coming in there, come and create a content. And creating a content does not mean you stab someone or you fight someone. Create
Yes.
content. Once you create content, that is what will attract the the viewership. As in, many of them, we have seen it over the years. So we should
Yeah.
understand that this is a business, and I wish everybody good luck, but I pray that these housemates can live up to the expectations, because what do they call it again? No lose guard, no lose
Mm-hmm.
guard. I cannot see the only people that are not lose guarding are the married couples. Oh, the rest I don't understand their game in the house. So that is new. So Glory, I will keep on watching. Let me see how far I can go with it. But for now, I won't lie to you. It's a little bit boring. They should come up with a good strategy. So thank you
Okay.
very much. Have a
Thank
blessed
you. Thank you so much, Coco Raymond. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. Thank you very much. We're going to move on to the next speaker now. But before we do that, here's another very interesting comment here. This one is from Lumen. Lumen, I mean, this comment is very embarrassing. I'm sorry, but it's very embarrassing. This one is, he says, um, BBN is not an entertainment show. It's a reality show where different personalities come to live their reality. So leave Victoria alone. I repeat, it's a very, very embarrassing comment because pray tell, how is the show not an entertainment show? How? How? If you can justify that, I'll agree with anything you say right now, Lumen. How is the show not an entertainment show? Say it's a reality show. So give us a definition, right? I know you said, oh, it's a reality show where different personalities come to live their reality. How do they live their reality? Now, the context here now is the Big Brother Naija show. Yes, it is a reality TV show. Let me help you complete it. It is a reality TV show. So how do the people that participate, how I'm even having a headache trying to even, it's an embarrassing comment. I'm sorry. I believe you can do better. All right. I believe you can restructure that comment to make it make sense because the way it's looking right now, it looks very naked. It's not complete. There's no flesh. It's just all bones. So please complete it. All right. Thank you very much. And by the way, we're not attacking Victoria. We're analyzing the situation in the house. So I'm seeing Victoria's fans coming on in the comment section. People are getting restless. Calm down. Don't ruffle your feathers. We've not even gotten to the toxic stage of the show yet, of the season. And people are getting restless. Calm down, okay? Calm down. Okay, let's speak with Mabato. Hi.
Hi, sis. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Good to have you here.
Uh, I'm a bit down because I'm feeling sick, but
Oh,
I'm okay.
so sorry. So sorry. I'm
I'll be.
sending you healing, strength, and just swift recovery. Okay?
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Before
You're
that,
welcome.
can we? You know how I love singing and bringing a comic relief.
Serenade us, serenade us. We're here for it.
Because some of us have been watching Big Brother, for a while now, and then there's this advert that's been stuck in my head. I swear,
Which
it's been
one?
stuck in my head. What's the song? It's Mama, I do good, oh, he do good. Mama do good to us. She do good. Mama, he do good, oh.
Oh my goodness.
Mama do good to us. He do good.
No, I love it. I love, talking about adverts, guys. Apologies, we're actually
Yo,
deviating a bit. My favorite advert this season, yeah, Mabato, it's the one
yeah.
with the kids showing their half-done teeth. It's so funny. It cracks me up all the damn time. How can a company be advertising toothpaste and the benefits of using it, and the kids they use, they don't have
I
front
don't
teeth?
have
That's my favorite advert. So no, I love it. I love it. But it's a good idea. It's a genius
teeth.
idea. I love it.
Yeah, no, I needed that comic relief because I was not feeling good and I just needed to
Yeah.
laugh. People are out here. People are just out here carrying their favorites on their chests, wanting to cry.
Mm.
Did they pay you?
Nah, crazy, crazy.
you know?
It's wild.
Oh, yeah, but okay, getting into the highlights of this week. You'd said
Yep.
something about Zinwe, and then when they reconciled, you're like, no, put your mouth in a couple's matter because they go
Yes.
use you settle the matter. They will use you.
Of course. Of
So
course.
they used the whole house to settle their matter.
Mhm.
Like they used everything that they could think of for them to settle. That's why I loved who's this DJ Flo when TJ went to her and was like, no, why don't you talk to your girl about this, that, and the other? She was like, she's not really my friend like that. I mean, talk to Ruthie about that. Because I think she understands that no, these people at some point they're gonna reconcile. Why is everyone so gra about it?
Exactly.
Like, it just does not make sense, right? And then for me is I don't like what is this, a woman that, or any couple, or a couple, someone in the relationship who bless their person. Like, why are you blasting them in front of us? We don't need some of the things. We don't need to know them. Stick to the things in the show. Stick to the things in the show. You can't come on such a platform and be like, yeah, I bought tickets, I bought this, I bought that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's eating because of me. He's doing this because of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What does that have to do with the gameplay that you guys are trying to make? You know, and now as Chinwe, you are now putting yourself in a position to also be disrespected by everybody outside, because you went and then asked a younger guy out, and this younger guy happens to even be way more mature than you are. Like, how does that make sense to you? It's yeah, Glory. I was like, it's crazy. I'm one person who's about my me. Well, now I'm single. So if you know anybody, any Nigerian man, you know, that is very that's proper. Don't just, but no, I trust you. You wanna just hook me up with anybody. Yes. So, but but it's this thing of like, you're older. Yes, you know, everybody keeps saying older. When you're older, you're supposed to have more sense. It does not always work like that. It always seems like these older people nowadays, they don't have common sense. That's why there's a saying, common sense is it's not common to everybody. Maturity is not by age, because Chinwe is not a matured individual. I don't know whether it's her personality or it's just her wanting to bring the drama and it's just not coming out the way that she thinks it's gonna come out, only because of what this season is about, right? Only because of what these housemates already have in mind to say, okay, this is how Big Brother has changed the game. And Zion keeps telling her, the game has changed. It has really changed. So I need you to calm down. Maybe after week 3, you know, because we only still have one of those custodian things, right, left, right? We have one that is out this week, and then we also have the other one for next week. Then after all this custodian things has passed, then she can give everybody buzz boost. She can act how she wants. And I liked what Zion said. She said, if you have anything, right, that someone has done something to you, come to me so that we can talk about it and laugh about it and I can take it. He did that with her when she was going off on Nelly. Nelly has a body. Nelly has this. Nelly likes 1, 2, 3. And what did Zion do? Zion just encouraged her foolishness. And she was like, yeah, baby, I know those type of people. They even sell market, the way they sell market. You know, that's how he's doing it. He's doing it so that it can stay between them. And then when they go out into other people, then they look like people that they can be voted for, that the housemates can be like, I root for you. Oh my goodness, because Zion is moving around the house. You understand? He's moving, he's establishing relationships. So I don't know, but
and you can tell, Mabato,
Yeah.
sorry for cutting you short. You can tell the impact Zion has created within not even up to 2 weeks, because of the way the whole house was concerned for him. They were all deeply worried for only Zion, but they were wishing Zion was not paired with Chinwe so that Chinwe could leave. That's the power of building connections in the house this season.
Exactly. So now they're trying to do that. But honestly speaking, for me, for when they started fighting, I was like, I'm not even gonna comment. Chinwe was just being dramatic. After this, it's a highlight thing for her. She's gonna cry, and then after she cries, she's gonna because I watched her talk about I want to leave. I'm leaving. I went to Big Brother, and you know how you were talking about how other people asked for a voluntary exit, and then they kept quiet.
Mhm.
Tina was there blasting it on top of the world. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm leaving. Full chest out. Hey,
She
leave
wanted
now.
to become she wants people to come. It's like when somebody wants to commit, somebody wants to commit suicide and you announce to do, I'm going to kill myself. There's a video
Hmm,
I watched, and everybody just got out and said, do it. And the person could not do it. Oh, God.
exactly. Somebody. If I was a gamer in that house, Gloria would have said, girl, do you need me to help you? Can I help you pack your bags? Since you are leaving, let me help you. I think you left your shirt somewhere. Are you going to wash your clothes first before you leave? Because why are you making noise? Everybody now cuddling her, forgetting that this is the same person that is out here talking nonsense about you guys. No. And then now come to another pair. Ndi Nne mama isokwa. Auntie, auntie, did you hear me, Glory, saying auntie, auntie, auntie? You see, this is why I can't come to the show with my aunt. Can you still
Nah.
hear me, Glory?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Carry on, please.
Okay. I'm saying this is why I can't come to this show with my aunt. Because first of
Yeah.
all, I know my aunts. My aunts are also about respect. Respect this, respect that, respect.
Mhm. And it
Me
can
and
be
my
exhausting.
exactly. If I know that personally, me and my aunt are able to fight alone like this, alone, the two of us, Pella, me and my aunts are not really that far from age, right? So if she
Mm.
bring me buzz, I give her booze. So we go booze together and then love one another. So now, imagine now, we are in a house like Big Brother. And then you're coming and saying, I know, because I don't have first class. Who said you must not have first class? When she was having first class herself, what were you doing in school to not have first class?
Exactly. Exactly.
What were you doing? You could have also went and got your own first class. But
Exactly.
like, no, it's really ridiculous. I mean, yeah, we are here talking about it, but then, like I say, it's the reality of that situation of them. Ndi Nne. It's a reality of why you cannot bring your aunt to a show like this. Because
Mm-hmm.
now you're bringing the authority of back home into the show. Like how why are we doing such a thing? Like you can't. Like it's so ridiculous for me. Like people in the comments were talking about them biggest separating. I really wish for that separation because then we will get to see who is who in that. If I'm playing a
Mm.
totally separate game from my aunt, then I can maneuver around the house the way that I would want. Now I'm reading what Biggie said we should read. You are scolding me because you're saying that I think that you did not go to school. What does
No.
glory? What does me reading have to do with your intelligence?
Oh my God, Mama told.
What does it have to do with your intelligence? I really don't get it. I don't understand, right? So
Exactly.
that's it. And then now we get to Victoria. Victoria people. Who hurt you? Who hurt you? You can speak for your fave without being hurt now. Heal. Guys, There's what is Paramasutu Mall? That headache thing for them. Please take it. Take it. Support her in peace.
Paracetamol.
Thank you, Glory. Support her in peace. We are not fighting anybody. We are not fighting you guys. Shebi, you voted on Thursday. You got your chance to vote. You voted now. Arrest it. Nobody's fighting you. Victoria this, Victoria that. Victoria is classy. Okay, now me too. I'm classy now. I'm classy. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. I'm also classy. Tell me, say Mabato is also classy. How? We are just simply watching a show. We are just watching a show. And then the nice thing is that, okay, they're showing her and we are seeing how they're showing. And then we are just like, no, she's not really giving us anything. Yes, everybody has different personalities. I'm sure there are introverts in that house. For me, Tofa himself portrays himself as a introverted person. Like Tofa for me, he seems very introverted because even when he has trouble with someone, he still has to bring Suj to come and relay what he wants to say. Like when a couple of hours ago when he had a problem with Onyeka, how Onyeka was speaking and everything, and he got touched. And then there was a moment where he was like he called on Suj to be like, Suj, she's still going on about this. Tofa is an introvert, but there's a way that he's interacting with other people in the house that's also a personality.
Suj is even more introverted. Suj is even more introverted. And that's why you see him trying to connect with Victoria, because where she is at now, that was where he is last week. But he has made progress.
Exactly. So we, as the viewers of this show, I'm not paying for Showmax for someone to come and stare at the camera. Why are you angry? Go be angry at home, please. Please, please, please. All we are saying is that we just want a little bit more. People are laughing. You are not laughing. You just give a half smile. What happened? Please. Yes, we understand different personalities, guys. Nah. This fan base, every year, they always lose guard. Always lose guard. I don't understand. But lastly, for me, out of all of this, while I use all of my energy, I feel like I'm now just going to get a cup.
Sorry, we are round up so that you rest.
Yes, I'll round up and rest. On rounding up and resting, I just want to say, you mentioned something about a slow burn, right? And then boom, things start popping. This is how I feel Big Brother is doing to the viewers of the show, because he's not giving the housemates the chance to booze, knowing that their stay in the house is ultimately in the hands of their housemates. So I feel like he's doing a very slow burn with the housemates as well as the viewers, because he knows how much we are anticipating booze. And the housemates themselves, they are holding themselves together so that by the time this custodian nonsense is done, the way everyone will blow on each other, it will be a fantastic show. So everybody will get their boost in everything like that. For now, let's enjoy the slow burn where we'll see cracks in the pairships. Also, one last note. In terms of pairs that are having cracks, I think DJ Flo and Ruthie are having cracks, because Ruthie was talking to Maya about how DJ Flo kept something from her. And then she was like to Maya, if then that's the case, then I would also feel the need not to say things to her. I don't know if somebody saw that part, but if they can correct me in the, but there was a conversation where she was like, yeah, she's not even saying things, she's not telling me things, she just said she doesn't feel the need to tell me things, therefore even me, I myself will not tell her things. There are certain things that I will keep from her. So let me go and drink water and sing, Mama Uju good, oh, she do good, Daddy do good to us, he do good. Thank you,
Thank you
sis.
so much. Thank you so much, Mabato. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing. Such a delight always meeting you there. And I really do hope you feel better soon. All right. I need more energy from you next week when we meet here. All right. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Bye, love. Okay. All right. We're going to speak with Fifi. Hello.
Hi, Glory.
Hi. How are you?
Hi, how are you? I am laughing because Mobutu is still cracking me up. I can't stop laughing.
Number
I wish
two
she was
is
in the house. I wish she was in the house, honestly.
now she'll be
much
a delight to watch.
much needed entertainment. But how are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Ah,
Thank you very much.
mm, I'm so glad to be back. Honestly, Glory, I can't wait. I don't think Saturdays come fast enough. And I've been like, where are the Wednesdays? We used to have these chats, on Wednesday, so that we preamble a lot of things. But I know this season has been
Yeah,
too slow for that. So I
yeah,
understand. But
yeah.
honestly, I feel like I have a lot to unpack from since last week, the party, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but first, I would like to first begin with Big Brother. Let me first unload off with what Big is doing to us this season. Honestly, because of how he has conducted the season, I am worried, but at the same time, I am anxious. I have a whole pot of emotions running through me. Like, I don't understand Biggie, and that's why he's Biggie, right? So
Why are
the
you
whole thing
worried?
is that, no, honestly, like, these housemates have been whispering. We don't
Mm,
know which kind of rules Biggie is playing by this season. A lot of things are in
mm,
the gray area, which is unlike Biggie. I mean, he would have used last week to put these housemates straight, you get? But then also,
mm,
because of not predicting what Biggie is going to do this season, I am very interested in seeing what Ebuka does tomorrow. I feel like the way Ebuka conducts tomorrow's live eviction will kind of give me answers to a lot of unanswered questions. For example, with the nonsense that has been going on in the house, especially with talks that we all know that if these talks come to light in front of
mm,
all the rest of the housemates, I mean,
mm.
tables will be shook and the house will be brought down. So we
Yes.
shall know if Biggie wants violence this season by the way Ebuka
Mm,
reacts to certain conversations that have been had in the house. I feel like that's
yes.
my own with Biggie. The production, I'm so pissed off that there is content Biggie is hiding from us. Like, come on, Biggie. We
Mm,
paid, we subscribed. I mean, prices of DSTV were increased, but we subscribed because we want to watch the drama, the suspense, the naughtiness of all these characters, and we are not seeing it. So I don't know. Maybe Big is hiding a lot from us, and I hope that he can, give us something to
yeah.
watch. Now,
Yeah.
coming to Biggie's characters. I don't know who I should start with. Let me start with the ones that to me are boring. I'll start with Auntie and Niece. Auntie has no business in that show. I feel like the first time when they were coming in, there was this whole comment based on how the Nigerian, like the culture, I would say African
Mm,
culture, not just Nigerian, like the whole respect we put to our elders, we give to our elders. So a lot of people were worried and saying, this auntie won't she stop the niece from, giving us the kind of content we need? Because You can't do certain stuff because you know your auntie is there, and we've already seen it. Nne cannot react the way we expect her to react because the person coming at her is her auntie. I mean, what do you do when your auntie is acting childish? So we are stuck with the whole auntie. That one is going to
Yeah.
be a meme. I would love to see it on X and Facebook, because that is all that came out of that conversation. Auntie, look, and the girl was so, you could see from her face that she was so frustrated that she didn't know what to do but just keep quiet. And then I feel like auntie was looking for what from our side in our culture, what we call empty vitibwa. Like vitibwa is just like a title, yeah, title, respect. Like when you want it,
Yes.
yet you've not really earned it. Already the head of house title is empty in itself. I mean, they stripped off the power, the ultimate power that the head of house title held. But the excitement auntie had when they announced them, oh yeah, it was like as if she had seen heaven. I mean, it's like she had gone to heaven, kissed Jesus, and come back to earth to tell the story. So she still has that in her head from the reaction she gave to Nne. I mean, you still want to be in control because in your head you have an image of what the title holds, and you want people to see and be like, yeah, is it Chinne? Yeah, auntie has ideas, great ideas. I mean, why would you compare first class books? There is a difference between IQ and EQ, and auntie has no
Yeah.
EQ. That's
At
what
all.
I'll say about her at all. I think she missed the reading the room and takes offense very easily. Now,
Yes.
I'll talk about certain characters, female characters in the house. That's Ruthie, Nelly, and I would say somehow Wanni and Ndi. A lot of these girls, I feel like, I don't know if they are projecting. I wouldn't call it projecting, but there is this thing as a girl when you want to feel attracted, like attractive. So you want to be the one that has attracted all the guys. At first, I thought that Nelly's pulling that attraction to herself. Like she wants to be the girl that feels like every guy wants me, get that whole thing of like, I am wanted in a sexual contest. I don't know if you get me. So she gave off those vibes with the way she shook Nyash in the first pool party, like as if, I mean, we know, girl, you got that Nyash, but you don't need to shake it until it, drops. We already know. We could see. But the way the girl was shaking body, I was like, these boys. So when she got the attention, kudos. Suji's there to give her attention. She felt like maybe Topher gave her the attention. So I don't know how all these other girls got insecure. I think it's because of the way she interacts with the guys. But to me, that's how I read it. I read it like she's the kind of girl, she knows she's hot and she likes to feel validated. Her hotness to be validated by, being attractive for the guys. And she's not alone there. I feel like Ruthie maybe also wanted the same, but kind of lost the battle to Nelly because Nelly kind of got the attention. So there is that whole structure because, Ruth has gone about saying Shaun gave her the green light. Now she's running to Mayor. She felt like maybe Mayor wanted her. I don't understand with some of these girls. But
Okay,
honestly,
but
that's what
Fifi, in
yes,
line with your
please.
comparison, have you
Yeah.
noticed that on the contrary,
Mm,
between Nelly and Ruthie, Nelly
yeah.
doesn't have to tell, like, she doesn't have to give any speech to any guy. She's got this aura that just attracts her to the guys, right? They're attracted to her. She flirts with
Exactly.
them, does whatever she does. And if you listen to the conversations that she has with them, she also has like reasonable conversations with them. But Ruthie, on the other hand,
Mm,
it's like she needs to give an entire speech. Oh, this is who I am. This is how I am. This is how I want you to treat me. And most of the time, it's like these guys, it's not like these guys do not know. They know that a woman should be respected. But when you now find a woman that has to give that long
yeah.
speech, then just know that that's a lost cause. So I think there's a difference between both of them. Don't you think so?
Very much so, because I was again going to say that unlike uh, like Ruth, like what Ruth is doing, Nelly has mastered her own. So her sexiness is on the outside, which is a given. So I feel like Ruthie has been threatened so much by that. And then that brings me back to the most dramatic character of them all, and that's Chinwe. Oh my dear, I don't know where to start and where to end, because for her, I will pour a whole pot before we can preamble the character that is Chinwe. Because I feel like she is also like that. I feel like with all that she got going on, she felt like maybe she would come and even having her fine man, be like the attention. I don't know what she's playing at, because first of all, I was laughing. You know that whole thing when you made the commentary of how she talked down about Nelly. Now that one was a low. When they say you've gone low, she went down and dirty, like really, really dirty with her comments. I felt like, babe, you shouldn't even talk, because your matter, like really from day one. I really never liked seeing that girl in anything tight, because her backside was just giving too much. I cracked. I said, I remember my sister, we made a bet with my sister. We were like, let's see how many people got work done this season. And she was the first person I pointed out. I was like, yeah, that thing right there, we see it, girl. And I'm a girl. I have no business judging beauty trends of other women, not putting other women down. But for her to now go and, say what she said about Nelly, I feel like that was bad. Now her own matter.
When you are guilty as well, why are you pointing fingers?
Thank you. You visited probably the same doctor. Now, moving on. Moving on. Chinwe, this
It's
girl.
definitely not the same doctor, please. One is soft, the other is
one is better. Yeah, true. One is better. You're right. One paid more cash than the other. And we know who the classier one is. So, moving on. This girl is Delulu. She's delusional. Chinwe is delusional. The way she carries herself. And I like what a lot of speakers have been saying, that in trying to cause drama this season and probably become the most trending housemate this season, she inadvertently hit her own self in the foot by showing us more of her character than I feel like she wanted to, with all that she said. I mean, that crap that she said about her man was a low. She didn't need to go there. You don't need to talk about finances and who needs what more, who needed the show more. Yet later in their reconciliation, the guy was like, you do remember why you came here. Like, I like the way Zion pointed out for the whole world to know that actually Madame wanted the show more than I did. Because he kept telling her, you know why you came here, you know what brought, and the whole time she was all trying to be unreasonable. And I'm like, look at this girl. And then this girl is not stupid also. With her whole speech of wanting to exit, Madame waited for Thursday, when voting lines are officially closed, to start yelling up and down how she wants voluntary exit. Come on.
And she went to cook.
And she went out. She should have done it on Monday. And self dance. I feel sorry for Chinwe's fans, because you wasted your money. Girl wants to leave the show. You wasted your money voting her to stay in the show. I mean, the girl is also smart. She could have yelled it on Monday or Tuesday. I mean, the whole of Wednesday was there, but she had to wait for Thursday and be like, I want to leave. I want to leave. That camera attention did wonders for her. It did wonders for her. And I can't fault her for her game on that part. But I also commend Zion for the way he, acted and said, I don't give a damn, because you cannot leverage and threaten me with something that we probably set out to do together from the beginning. It has nothing to do with them knowing each other for 5 years, but everything to do with both of them having dreams that they know Big Brother will fulfill. Because like it or not, once those guys leave this season, they'll get invites to all the social events. And those are perks. I mean, you get me. And lastly, let me just talk about Victoria. Victoria, I don't know whether inadvertently she knows it, but I don't know if you agree with me, Gloria. What I view Victoria is doing, in her doing nothing, she's doing everything. You see,
Mm-hmm.
I remember last season when was it the last season but one, yeah? When Shegs vexed us. I do remember how we converged and really talked about Shegs' annoying behavior, and we gave him all our time. I feel like that's what we are doing this season. Like, we are giving our time to a girl who is giving us nothing to talk about, but yet we are talking about how she's doing nothing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, her doing
Mm-hmm.
nothing is messing with our heads to the point that we are giving her the screen time and the vibes and the buzz that she needs. And inevitably, this girl is blowing up. I mean, I go on social media and Victoria this, Victoria that, and I'm like, yeah, the Grinch of the house, because that's what she is. She's the Grinch who ruined Christmas. I mean, that's Big Brother for us. And then, so
But
her
you know,
character, her
yeah, let me
Grinch
let me let me chip
character,
in something. Fifi,
yeah,
let me chip in
yes,
something.
yes,
In what you said that she's doing nothing on the inside
mm,
but really doing a lot on the outside.
mm,
You I don't know if you've noticed, yeah.
mm,
This
mm-hmm,
season, these housemates, most of them,
mm,
they came prepared. They
mm,
came prepared. Now, I knew that they really came prepared when was it 2 days ago? They had Thursday night, they had a
yeah,
task where they had to put on their traditional outfits. The
yes,
moment I went onto social media, what was I seeing? The outfits that they wore, you could tell that they had all done video shoots. In fact, video shoots, not just photo shoots. They had done video shoots
yes,
and photo shoots. And so all their handlers, every single one of them was posting the videos of this exact outfits they wore.
mm,
So I'm not mad about it because time and time again, I do videos like that, saying that if anybody has the intentions of participating on the show like Big Brother, you need to get your management right. You need to get your PRO team intact. So I give it
right,
to them. They are all prepared, right? They are
mm,
all prepared.
yeah,
So what I think, right, Victoria as a team has successfully done is
mm,
that's why I'm actually skeptical, whether this is her real challenge or struggle in the house or if she's playing a game. I can't say she's doing this or that, but what I
mm,
have seen, most of the people that are actually hyping her up on social media, it's mostly PR. If you check,
mm,
it's mostly
yeah,
PR. Because when
mm,
you check, if you want to know real hype,
yeah,
there's
mm,
content within the hype.
true,
There's content within the hype. Take, for instance, someone like Onyeka. When I see people that are genuinely supporting her, I know, like you recognize the real ones that are actually supporting her because she's actually doing stuff in the house. She's all over the
mm,
place. She's the gossiper, CNN, Al Jazeera of the house. So there's content there. For Victoria, there's no single content. So where is the hype coming from? Mostly, that it's the PR, the management, and they are really pushing her. Because the person
mm,
that wore the traditional outfits inside the house was looking miserable than the video that was posted online. The video that was posted online was somebody on set dancing and rocking and showing the traditional outfits, you
mm,
know. So, in that doing a lot that you said, I think it's actually the
mm.
PR that is actually working harder than the devil to ensure that they put her on the map. But
And
genuinely, that fan base that actually appreciates her game, I'm
mm,
yet to see that. I'm yet to see that.
and yeah, you actually could have a point, because if it's the PR thing, then it's really working. Because honestly, I've been opening my socials and almost everywhere I see Victoria, Victoria, Victoria. But I have my own reservations. When you posted about her and you said you've officially given up on this girl, on seeing like her personality come out, I remember I put out a comment on your video and I was like, on Sunday, when Ebuka said some of you are being, carried by your partners, she made a comment to Shaun when they were talking briefly after the eviction, and she was like, she knew. It was like she knew Ebuka was talking about her. So for me, I felt like, oh yeah, now Victoria has gotten the hint. This week she's going to, come out of her shell and do more. But unfortunately, I was a bit disappointed. And then again, I felt like Victoria gave me Bella vibes. I thought maybe you want to look like maybe you're so proud. But at least Bella gave us a sheep that kept her, and she was vocal. She was quite a vocal person also. But Victoria, on the other hand, has really successfully given us the first Grinch of Big Brother ever. So to me, she's giving me Grinch vibes. But I like the few moments where you catch her trying. I wouldn't cut her off completely. Me, I still have my hopes. I'm still, the candle is almost burning out, but I'm like blowing it to keep it lighting in hopes. Aside from that, Wanni and Ndi, love those girls. Not that I really don't have a favorite that is getting me up to vote yet, because like you said, a lot of them we are seeing through them, we are seeing their strategies. But I feel like Wanni and Ndi are crazy on the inside. And from what I've been seeing on their socials and their YouTube channel, those girls are also crazy in real life. So I feel like their entertainment is genuine, the same as Onyeka. Loved the pool party, the way they were dressed. Onyeka, at least this time, tried not to, violate Big Brother's poll. She tried, Glory. I give her that for for Thursday. And what Big Brother did to us, oh God, Big Brother did us dirty. My dear, I slept and then woke up. It's like as if God was like, Fiona, wake up, the party has started. This side, mind you, on our side in Uganda, it was 2 a.m. that the party started. So you can imagine what content did to some of us. But otherwise, thank you so much for keeping us updated.
Thank you
And
so
I miss
much.
the Wednesdays. because some just skips. Like I feel like this one, it has passed. We can't even bring it back.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Fifi. I mean, I also miss our Wednesday gatherings, but I'm equally trying to really get to know the housemates, just basically the general dynamics of the house, so I don't miss out on anything. But thank you so much, Fifi. It's always a pleasure having you here. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to speak with our final speaker for this evening because there's a task going on, and I would love to see what the task is all about. And also, there's the Saturday live party. So, yeah, after Rose, that will be it for today. Hi, Rose. Hello, Rose. Can you unmute your mic so we can hear you? Ah, Rose, you've been asking to speak since. It's your turn to speak now. Where are you, please? Ah, that's sad. Okay. Anyways, seems like that is all for today. Anyways, that's all. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining today's conversation. It's been a lovely, lovely time out with all of you. Enjoyed listening to all of your perspectives. Thank you all so much. Yeah, I mean, about if the season is boring, quite frankly, I do not think it's boring. I tagged this season like a slow burn. Yeah, that it's like a slow burn. Things are happening like they're not happening, but they're actually happening. You really need to pay attention, to what's happening. The housemates we have this season, most of them are quite mature. Even the ones that are actually young in age, there's this air of maturity that they carry, around the house. And I really appreciate it because where there is such maturity, you get to hear very interesting conversations that actually carry the show. And I feel like that's exactly what's happening, and I'm enjoying that. So, as I told you all last week, watch the show, listen to the housemates conversations, and you find out that the show is not all that boring. All right. But I also want to make this clear to some of Victoria's fans, okay, not some of them, how many of them? There are just two or three that have just been spamming my comment section. Please, nobody, I don't think anybody dislikes Victoria. Nah. I mean, what's the point? We don't know these people from Adam. We don't know them. We don't know what they are like outside the house. We don't even know these people. That's just the point. We don't know them. So what is there to dislike? We can only like the personalities that they display on TV. We can only dislike some of the traits that they display on TV. But saying, oh, people don't like her, people hate her, I think that's a very, very strong word to use, hating this. We don't hate. I don't hate Victoria. All right. I just find her very boring. I find her very boring. And I don't think there's anything wrong in that because it's not like she's actually doing something that would make her really entertaining. Yes, she's standing out with her silence and her misery. Yes. And I think that is actually interesting to see. But, well, entertainment wise, not particularly. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for joining today's conversation once again. I appreciate all of you. Thank you all so much for watching my videos, engaging with my content on YouTube. I appreciate all of you. For those of you that's joined on here to speak, thank you so much for sharing your opinion. For those of you that have been engaging in the comment section, I appreciate all of you for your comments. To the silent viewers and the silent listeners, I appreciate all of you. Thank you all so much for adding to the numbers of this conversation, of this gathering. I will see you all on my next video. All right. Tonight is the Saturday night party, the second one of that. Let's see if there will be any more drama or if the housemates are going to let peace reign. But I think not. All right. And then tomorrow is the live eviction show. I can't wait to see the pair that'll be leaving tomorrow. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we end tonight's conversation. Once again, thank you all so much for joining. I'll see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. Have an amazing evening and bye. Okay.